Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie. So what? And that full blazer, Ramon.
Welcome to episode 50 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that full blazer, Ramon.
On the other side, we have and together we form
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. And today, our guest is none other than Prince himself. I felt like it was only right because Prince was the like OG. Unofficial first, right, on the first episode that we filmed on Asylum
in my living room and
that
my
was
apartment. Right?
That was the test episode that I was trying to get you to start.
You were trying to pull me in.
I was trying to pull him in.
You didn't give me a choice. You're like, we're doing this. I'm showing up. I have these beers. I'm going to set up in your living room, and we're just going to record this podcast with Prince.
Right.
And I was like, okay, it was a Sunday. I didn't have anything to do.
No. We were watching sports and shit. He was watching a baseball game, I think.
Yeah. It was a good time. I had just bought an iPad.
Yeah,
you did.
true.
That's right. You brought
I was drawing
iPad
Pikachu
over.
on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And I had Bud Light Lime for the first time, and it was delicious.
Generally, because that's what I bring by.
I was always afraid of it, and I was like, I don't have anything else to drink, so either do this sober or drink this. Yeah, and it was good. It was good. You left some.
Might be the first time I've ever heard anyone say the word delicious and Bud Light Lime in the same sentence.
It was refreshing.
It's refreshing.
And crisp.
Yes.
And light.
Bro,
it was less filling.
Those are pretty good.
That's
if you don't
more
fuck with
official.
Bud Light Limes, come on. Like I fuck with Bud Light Limes. That's one of my okay, now not so much.
The orange one too. It's good.
But they're pretty good.
Citrus beer. I don't know, dude. I used to make fun of a lot of that stupid shit, dude.
Yeah, they have an orange flavor.
Tastes like orange slice with booze in it, dude. It's so good.
Anyway,
I don't know. This Henny's got my face feeling warm right now. It's like it's rushing down
it's
my
gonna
body.
get
I feel
interesting.
Like I'm having a stroke right now.
It's gonna get interesting.
It's hot.
Yeah,
it's hot. It's warming me up because it's shitty outside, dude. I needed that to warm my bones.
You gotta forget of the
right
outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll worry about that when we get out there.
Drown my playoff sorrows.
Facts. But no, that was the first unofficial, and then we had our official episode where we had like 2 episodes before Johnny was like, "Yo, I wanna be down."
I think so. Yeah.
He's like, I really have too much free time, and I'd love to just edit your shit all the time and really occupy my time with something that I'm blindsiding myself with.
I'm not gonna complain because the first thing he said was, "I just want to be a part of something, but I don't want to be like the main person having to contribute." And now he contributes probably the most.
He's
at
probably
this point.
the main contributor. We have to merge this with top 5 at 5.
Say that.
But
I think the week before that or the week after that is when I started the top 5.
oh, I thought it was around the same time. Because I
remember
remember
around the same time.
I thought you had it going. I thought you were. I was like, oh, he's established with a podcast.
I thought so too.
He knows what he's doing.
He had all his shit. He had all his shit.
Exactly. Let's get him.
I've been doing podcasting for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
For a little while.
La
For the fruit stand. All right. So, Dave, I believe you put this question in because nobody submits it anymore, and I'm going to give y'all shit every single time.
Make you feel bad.
But I kind of like this. So, what's the most physical pain you have ever been in?
Physical pain.
I have. I remember one time. And this is me and my, all right. So my sister and I, we fought like our entire lives.
Naturally.
Johnny knows this. We've never got along. She was an instigator and all that shit, like growing up, because
they always are.
She
Little
was
stuff.
little sister stuff, but she was also the one that my father would not hit or she got away with murder. My mother was the one who usually had to discipline her, and she would still give her shit.
Nice.
So anyway, one time she was egging me on. I was young. She was egging me on about something. I've always had like a bad knee. So it was instant karma here, right? Because she was talking mega shit. I went to actually like kick her, and not even hard or anything, but I went to kick her and my knee blew out. I like busted my ass. Like I was on the floor screaming. She starts laughing.
I mean, you just
She starts laughing. Obviously, because she's an asshole.
Because you saw your sibling.
try to get you. Like, you're going to come at me and bust your shit? So, fuck you, dude.
That was the worst pain I've ever been in my life. I thought I broke my leg or something.
Oh my God.
To make it even worse, this was the only year that I had summer school ever, and I had to go to summer school in a knee brace. I couldn't move it.
Crutches?
So it's like the knee brace, crutches, like full on, like only year I ever had to go to summer school, and I had to go with crutches, in pain. Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
I couldn't even bend I couldn't lift I couldn't bend it. I couldn't do anything with it.
How long were you fucked up for?
All summer.
Damn.
All summer.
On a summer that you could have had off too.
On a summer,
Right.
yeah. Like, yo,
Could have been home recouping.
I could have just done that, but no, I had to go to summer school. They made me go to summer school.
So I remember like the most pain I've ever been in.
Okay.
I got into a fight once, and it happened to be with
Once?
a wrestler. Well,
This was the most pain. This was the
this
most
is the
pain.
most pain
He
scenario.
said it happened to be with a wrestler.
Yeah,
Like like
Nice.
WWE or like
nah, like
Greco-Roman?
he was a bigger kid. He
Yeah.
wrestled in high
Like
school.
cauliflower ear wrestler.
Yeah.
Mm.
And let me tell you, he grabbed my shit in some exotic way. And on my way to the ground, separated my shoulder.
Damn.
Ooh.
And not only that, it was just like now, like my shoulder's like out of its socket, and I have this big dude on top of me.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and it was just like pressure on it. That was the worst pain I've ever felt.
Would you like Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon, fucking pop it back into place against the wall or what?
Yes,
That's
not
dope.
by
That's
myself
dope.
though.
Okay.
I bit through a wooden number 2 pencil, a Ticonderoga.
A the green Ticonderoga.
Yeah.
Those were
He
crispy
named it.
pencils.
He named it.
No,
in
those,
one
that's the
shot.
brand. That's a
Yeah.
famous
like-
brand.
That is.
My friend who had just saw me get my ass whooped helped me pop that shit back in the
Nice.
shit.
He's like, yo, you need
And,
a Ticonderoga? I got you.
I happen to have one in my pocket.
Ticonderoga.
A Ticonderoga.
Ticonderoga.
Yep.
Oh,
Those
shit.
were my pencils back in the day.
I
So.
never separated a shoulder, never broke a bone. But when I was like mid-20s, I forget the exact year, there was, I was in, so this is the actual story, okay? Like, my girlfriend and I at the time, we went to the mall for whatever reason. She wanted to go into, I think it was like Dick's. And I jumped on this like exercise machine, and I was just like fucking around for like 15 seconds, just going hard. And like, the next day, like my abs, like they were tight. I was like, oh shit. Like, you know, you work out one day, the next day you just like, fuck. And I thought, oh, okay. Like I shouldn't have done that. Like you're not in shape. Why would you do that? and so then the day after that, it got worse. Like
it's always worse the second day.
So abdominal pain the second day. Third day, I'm in agony. I can't fucking sleep. I can only lay in the fetal position without like crying, dude. Like that's how bad it was. And she was like,
Caught a cramp or some shit in there?
she's like, we need to take you to the emergency room. And
Rad
I was like, okay, like let's go. Like I was in that much pain. I was like, whatever will help me, like let's do it. I go to the emergency room and I tell them what's up, and they're doing all these tests and shit, and they're like, your appendix are about to burst. You're going in for surgery right now. And they gave me this. It was called Dilaudid. It's a pretty well known anesthesia, like painkiller, basically, dude. Like they gave me this shot.
Bird's like, yep. I know what that is.
And
I'm familiar.
they gave me the shot while I was in the emergency room and just like the waiting room, when they're like, we're gonna give you this until it's time for surgery, dude. And they gave me this shot, dude, and it was like nothing I've ever felt before. Just like, I imagine that's what heroin feels like when you're shooting up, dude, and it rushes through your body. Like my appendix didn't hurt. I was like jovial as fuck in the house. Like I was making jokes and shit, just fucking around. And then I went in for the actual surgery, and they gave me like they gave me a morphine button like after the surgery.
Nice.
Like on
And
TV shows.
Really, dude, I was fucking clicking that motherfucker, dude. Like, the pain in my abdomen, dude, from the appendix, dude, I've never felt anything so crippling. And like I said, I've never broken a bone or anything. I've sprained and fractured, like not fractured, but like,
Yeah.
bend them, hyperextended limbs and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
nothing ever too serious. But that was serious, serious fucking pain.
So, question for you: having had a morphine button, do you think it's real or is it just a placebo effect?
I mean, I think it was real, but I was high as fuck. What do I know? I was fucking. I mean,
That's
how
why.
they get away with it.
Like
the
when you're at
first
the
time,
point
the first
of
time
holding
you
a
get
morphine
it,
button.
the first time you get it, and then after that, you're just like clicking. They probably just say it only goes one time, but I'm just like, just fucking like Ray Charles or something. You just go and ham.
They just turn
on
it
the
off
button.
after a second, and then
Yeah,
you just think it keeps working.
Otherwise, I would be dead, dude, because I was fucking holding that bitch down, dude. Like, there's no way I would be here right now. That can't be
They're not
real.
stupid.
It can't be
I've
real.
always wondered that. I'm
Like, we
they
can't just let
it's-
this person OD on fucking
Right.
opiates in the hospital, dude. Like, that's
That's
not
actually
smart.
pretty smart, actually.
Right.
Yeah, if they just give it to you the one time
Right, that's
and then disconnect it, but
I
you
was
think
like,
that
sure.
pressing this button is
I was like,
actually
sure.
Oh, this shit
alleviating it?
hits.
just.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys ever had surgery where they put you
No.
under?
Have
you
I've
gone-
never
wisdom
had
teeth?
surgery.
Nah.
So you went under where they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, yo, you're gonna get knocked
And
out. Do you-
I have some stories for that.
Have you ever? Because I've had the appendix. I had a polyp removed from my nose where they put me under, and my wisdom teeth. If you've ever, they tell you, they give you the shot, and they're like, yo, count back from 100, and you do it. You're like 99,
You get to like
90, 94, and you're like sloppy, dude. You're just done, dude. Like, and I
I've
would
never
try
had
to.
to
I
do
would.
it.
Oh, it's so fun, dude. I try to fight it.
It's
And
so
they give
fun.
it to me, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not gonna pass out this time. I'm not gonna pass out this time. And then, like 93, and I'm fucking just done. You wake up in the recovery area. They're like, your surgery went well, and I'm like, fuck, I'm such a bitch, dude. I should have fucking fought it.
Yeah, because I really
I've
wanted
never-
to feel the pain.
Right.
Yo.
I wanted them to be like, yo, he's not reacting to the anesthesia.
I've
We
never-
need
I've
to
never
fucking
been under.
Spike him with some more.
I've never been under. I had my
It's
wisdom
dope.
teeth
dope.
all four pulled out, and they gave me the the not the Novocaine, but what's the
Gas. They
the
give you
gas? Yeah, they give me the gas. So I just remember, like, they'll put that on your
That
nose,
was the
whatever,
best.
and then they're just like, inhale, as deep as you can. Let me know when you start feeling it, and then you're like, oh, I don't feel it, and then all of a sudden, it's always soft rock in the background in the distance. You hear that shit mixed with like a like a tingling like sound. That's the best way that I can explain it.
Yeah.
Like you hear that shit in the background, and then they ask you the question like, "Do you feel it?" And you're like,
yeah, he knows.
"Of course." You're like, "No," and they're like, "Yeah, he's ready."
Yeah, he's
right.
good to go. He's good
Every
They
to
look
go.
at your big ass cheesy smile. They're like,
And
yeah,
the
you
worst
good.
thing, and then now I'm seeing them actually like fucking around, and I'm just like, what are they doing?
Right.
And then you feel that like the pressure from the tugging,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
Oh my god, that freaks me out.
Oh,
but nothing. You don't feel
right.
anything.
You're not like
you just
pain,
feel the pressure from actually tugging,
Yeah. No.
and you're just like,
Now that you say that, they definitely gave me gas for my wisdom
Fuck
teeth.
that.
yeah, okay,
Because I remember sitting in that room, and like you said, the pressure where they're like pushing, and I could hear the cracking, like they're cracking
Right,
those
right.
Oh
teeth
my
as
God.
they're pulling them out.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah, no, but you don't care. You're high as fuck. So
Yeah, you're
it
high as
doesn't-
fuck.
You
You
don't
don't-
even give a shit. It's not like you're sitting here like
Yeah.
you think that now, but at the time you're just like, like just
Yeah.
getting your shit rocked.
You're
And I
fucking
remember.
dying. You're laughing at it.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's-
laughing. They kept
that's
telling
what
me
I'm
stop
saying.
laughing.
The dentist was telling a story to the like his assistant as I was laying in there, and I don't remember what the story was, but I started crying laughing, and they had to stop. They had to stop the pulling my shit out for like 5 minutes because I was in tears crying. I couldn't stop, dude. It was some story about a hamburger. Like I don't even remember what it was, dude. But it probably
Some
wasn't even
basic
funny.
shit. He was like,
It
"Oh
probably
yeah, I
wasn't
went to
even
Burger
funny.
King
It was
yesterday."
probably like
Yeah.
a serious story.
Exactly. He's like, and then my grandmother passed away, and she dropped her hamburger on the. But I was like, I'm crying, laughing so hard, dude. It was so fucked up. I still feel bad. I hope it wasn't anything like that.
Nice.
yeah, he's gonna be upset about it till this day. Johnny,
Pain.
you ever? Yeah, what pain? What's the worst pain you've ever been in?
I have had broken bones. When I was younger, I remember first thing I broke was my arm. I remember I was playing basketball. I dove. I was like outside at at my cousin's house. It was actually Swerve House. We were playing in the backyard. I dove, and this really big fat dude that landed on top of me. But I don't remember actually feeling the pain on that one. Like, I remember standing up and being like, "Ow." And everybody was like, everybody was looking at me like, "Holy shit!" Like my arm was facing
Grody,
the other
dude,
way.
was it?
It didn't break skin or anything, but it was
Compound?
totally like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Owie.
Oh, I hate this conversation.
Yeah,
shit.
that was definitely bad. But again, I don't think that I was in a tremendous amount of pain at that time. It probably didn't hit me until later when I hit the ER, and then I was finally like, oh my God, now this actually hurts. But like that initial shock definitely masked it. So I'm gonna, other than that, like, I think I've said before, I haven't really been in any fights or anything like that. So I haven't had pain off of that level. I'm gonna go with a different type of pain. I remember, I think I'm gonna go with maybe 13. No, not a heartache.
Not emotional pain.
No, that
We all have plenty of that. We could spend a whole pod on
God.
No, but I was probably, but similar, almost. A girl did cause me pain. I was probably like 13, I want to say 13, 14, and it was on the precipice of, maybe I had to be younger, maybe 12, 13. The precipice of puberty and all the sexual ideas and stuff that happens, right? And right. I was on a vacation. I think I've mentioned before that my family used to go to Orlando every year for the summer, and this time we had some family friends, I guess, that also went at the same time, and those family friends had daughters that were the same age as me. One in particular that was always crushing on me.
We are getting into the.
Was she fine, or were you like, nah?
She was cute, but it was one that I was like, she was always crushing on me, so it was like I kind of pushed her away. But if she came around, I wouldn't dismiss it.
It's always easier when.
So, anyways. It's not. This is gonna be like mad silly, but basically, this is the problem, right? We're in a theme park. I want to say it was Universal Studios, and she's been teasing me this whole vacation so far, doing wild things when we would go to water parks, and,
doing what girls do.
Yeah, exactly. Rubbing her shit up on me, but then going that far away and. So this time we're at Universal. We're waiting in line, and these lines for the rides are like 45, 55 minutes long, right? We're both in the back of our group, and she just decides she's gonna put her ass right in my crotch for the whole line ride, and doing the full, booty ride and all this shit. And what happened was. This is the first time I ever experienced blue balls.
Oh.
And I'm talking about 12-year-old, 13-year-old Johnny with the fucking hardest pain in my balls. Oh. And there's nothing I can do. You know how you get rid of blue balls. And I can't get rid of blue balls while I'm waiting in line to get on the Back to the Future at Universal Studios.
Back to the Future. That's funny you said that. I was going to be like, we should go on the Back to the Future ride and bang. Like, that's what you should have said to her. And then you were in line for the Back to the Future ride. That's wild.
That's where we were with my parents just, 10 feet in front of me. Her parents, 5 feet in front of them. I'm like, what is he doing? You are really tripping.
Do you know this chick
that shit would not go away. Like, that was like a good 20, 30 minutes of blue balls.
Yeah. When did you get to crank one out after that?
My stomach.
Oh my God.
How long after? You got back to the hotel?
The end of the night, bro. I don't know how it went away.
Crank one out.
We had to wait till we got back to the hotel.
A vacation.
My stomach literally hurts.
I didn't even try. I was thinking,
women don't
can
understand.
I just go to one of these rooms? Like, can I go to the bathroom and just bust one out in the public stall. But
You go to the Tower of Terror and you crank
It
it
was
out
so
and
bad that we all felt it.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Tower of Terror for somebody.
Tower of
Shit.
Terror. Oh. For the janitor, whoever the
like
janitor
Johnny-
is, it's like somebody shot a fat load in the fucking elevator. This is
dude,
Universal
imagine
Studios.
walking by the Tower of Terror and getting like a splat, right?
Yo, my God.
Someone was so scared.
No,
they
you'll be
sneezed
fucked. You know
off
why?
The top of the Tower
Or
of
like
Terror.
in your hot dog, you're like about to munch on your hot dog and
no,
shit.
you're
and-
Mickey. You're fucking.
Bro,
Oh dear.
No.
this is the stupidest conversation by far that we've had in here. But, however,
I don't
can you
think
imagine
that is true.
No, yeah, we've had some pretty dumb fucking conversations. But that instant drop, yeah, that's right. That instant drop, it's going up and then coming back down once you stop. Oh my God.
Johnny
shit.
gets to enjoy his vacation.
There
Do you
go.
know this chick still? Is she still like a?
Yeah, I still know her.
You peruse her Facebook.
Yeah, I
Can
still
you-
know her.
Can we? I want to see this chick. I need to see what she looks like.
Are you cool enough that you'd be like, yo, you fucked me up that one
Be
summer?
like, yo, I told that
Oh,
story
I
about that
think
booty.
I've mentioned to her multiple times.
You fucked me up that one summer. Fuck you.
Oh fuck! Universal Studios.
Oh shit. I had
Those
like
good
a second.
times.
I had like a second question, and I can't even think about it anymore because that fucking
After that.
after that whole conversation, we're just gonna move
We're just
right
gonna
into
move
Hollywood
right-
topics.
Hollywood.
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 All right, so yo, Johnny, you shared it with us. What do you think of that Kong versus Godzilla?
That's
That
about
looks
to be lit.
fire. That looks fire.
The new Kong movie was fire. The new Godzilla movie was fire. This is gonna be super fire. Like I'm so. I mean, obviously,
Yo.
not, this isn't like.
I mean,
Oscar
Kong was
material
way
we're
better than
talking about.
Godzilla, but
Yeah,
they
of
were
course.
both still good.
It's
They
just
were
gonna
really
be
good.
aimless action.
The
and I'm
Kong
gonna
was
be there for it.
was
Right,
Tom,
yeah, exactly.
Tom Hiddleston, right? Wasn't he
in
am I
Kong.
thinking- yeah, in Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skull
Yeah,
Island.
that's the
Oh,
right
I forgot. I forgot that he was in that.
Yeah, that's why it was so badass because Tom
Okay.
Hiddleston's the man.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Sam Jackson too.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
number
yeah,
of people
those-
in that.
There was a good squad in there, yeah.
Those were all, both of those movies I thought were good, and just that trailer, just seeing them squaring up, It was
Right,
like,
bro.
oh, shit,
Kong
son, it's going
caught
down
his
right now.
ass with that
Yo,
right.
Yeah, he did.
With that,
He did.
yo, with that stiff arm.
He didn't even
Bang!
put him down.
when
He
he comes,
ate it.
he
Yo,
sneaks
Godzilla
the shit
ate
out
that
of him.
shit.
I was like, this is gonna be
Godzilla ate it.
If they already showing
gonna win?
that,
Yeah, that was gonna be my
I
question.
feel
Who
like
you got?
In,
Who you got?
in the trailer, they made it seem like Godzilla was in the wrong. Is the
Yeah.
vibe I got, and they needed Kong
Like
to
he's the
come in
villain.
and save their ass, right?
Like,
so
he's the
I
one that
feel
stepped
like
out of
I
pocket.
feel like Kong's gonna come in and be like, "Yo, why you fucking with my mans in them?" And they're gonna be like, "All right." Kong's gonna put him down.
This
So,
is
like,
my city.
I feel like, but at the same time, in the Godzilla movie, Godzilla was the hero. We were rooting
Yeah.
for Godzilla. We wanted him to
He beat
do,
Mothra, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
exactly.
he beat all the other
So,
Titans.
Maybe it looks like Kong's got to square up, but then they got to team up against
Actually, no,
some
he-
bullshit.
No. So
he
what
fought
the
somebody else. Mothra was his boy.
Oh, were they
Oh, okay.
homies?
He fought the three-headed dragon dude
That's true.
in Godzilla.
So at least from what I thought from the trailer, Kong, for whatever reason, they brought him to the island, and that's what made Godzilla come back. Because
yeah.
then that's when they found out, oh shit, Kong is a Titan, and that's why this all went down or whatever, and they're in a battle, and his presence there brought Godzilla out because they have to battle it out. So now
Yeah.
I got Kong too.
I got Kong too.
However,
Something tells me.
if you really watch the trailer, there was a small scene where they showed possibly Mecha Godzilla.
Oh,
Ooh.
Gojira.
I
So
didn't keep that.
yeah, there's a small little clip there where it possibly showed Mecha Godzilla, and I think they're gonna be battling it out until Mecha Godzilla comes out, and then they're like, "Yo, fuck, we gotta bring him down."
That'd be lit,
Interesting.
Remind me, Mecha
go.
Godzilla. Was that like a robot?
It's just a
Godzilla?
robot, a robot version of Godzilla.
So you'd have a robot Godzilla, a regular Godzilla, and
Kong.
a Kong.
Yep.
I'm not fucking.
So
with
then
it.
Godzilla
might be
and Kong team up to take down the AI.
That might
That'd
be
be
the,
dope.
Yeah.
the shittiest universe to live in.
Yeah.
Do you remember we
I
had
was
that
just thinking that.
conversation,
Dude,
dog?
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to fuck with
How many
any
buildings
of that.
are being destroyed in
Yo,
the
how many
universe?
cities?
God.
How many states?
And
dude?
you can't
Like,
stop it. There's no way to control that.
Or just think about the
Nothing you can
tsunamis, right? When they're fighting it in the water and they're doing all the shit. How many tsunamis does that shit create? Like
The water damage
civilizations
alone.
would be destroyed on any coast.
Legit.
It would
I
be
never even
wrapped.
thought of that.
I'm just trying to like
the water
chill,
damage.
and my house is getting destroyed.
Right. I'm trying to play Cyberpunk.
You
and
can't.
We got
can't.
motherfucking Titans fighting outside my shit right now.
I mean, again,
I don't think
not
it's
trying
because
to
of the
fuck with that.
Titans that you can't play
First of all,
Cyberpunk.
You hear that, CD Project Red? Fuck you.
oh man, nah, but I mean,
But it does look good.
if you live in New York City, then yeah, it's
Right.
it's a
Yeah,
major
if you live-
problem.
yeah, if you live
but
in
if
a
you live
major
in
city, you're
Rochester,
fucked.
if you live in Rochester, then it's business as usual.
You
You're
live
just
in,
gonna
like-
look and be
Matter
like,
of fact,
yo,
it might
what
be
the
good for you
fuck
in
is
Rochester.
going on in New York?
You live in
we don't know
It
Soda,
that.
might be
Soda,
good for you
you're
in
good.
Rochester. You end up with like coastal line property. Like the oceans will
right.
end up at Rochester, and now you got beachfront property.
Damn.
Oh shit!
Never even thought of that.
This conversation just messed up my cube.
I know.
You fucked up your algorithms. You got them all
man.
fucked up.
The director has been in some. I mean, I've
Well,
never
what do they
seen
have
any
directed?
of his actual movies, but I've heard of him. Like VHS, I heard was a great.
Oh, I never watched
VHS, I heard was
Is
really
that the
good,
one
yeah.
on Netflix?
I think so.
You never-
Yeah, those actually go pretty hard.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Blair Witch?
It was a 2016 version of
Blair Witch
of
Project?
Blair Witch Project.
That's
Yeah, it's a
fucking-
continuation. So
It
he
was a
directed
continuation,
that.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
And
Never
it-
seen Blair Witch.
He directed
It's trash. Don't even bother. That shit was fire in like '99 whenever
original?
that shit came out, but it's
That was a-
garbage now.
All right, let me
Trash.
tell you guys. So whenever we go on camping trips, I have a friend group that we like record our like debauchery on a camping
Yeah.
trip. And me and one other kid have the footage to it right now, so we're like recording clips and sending it to like other friends.
Yeah.
And someone said that this looks like the Blair Witch Project.
No.
You were telling me y'all went through the woods. You
raw-
were on an adventure.
Oh yeah, it
Raw
was so it's just
gonzo
like night
woods
vision
footage.
camera and like zooming in
Oh,
like
nice.
people like in the middle in the woods like doing
Nice.
That's
what
weird.
my friend group does.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never seen the Blair Witch Project, but I thought it was funny.
It was the first movie that was like first person on a regular like to make it look like first person, but the storyline was it was obviously like a written storyline, but they didn't promote it that way. They didn't promote it that way. So what happened was they like people actually thought that it was real at the time. Now we don't. Obviously, we know better. There's reality TV. There's a lot of shit, and we know all that shit is fake. But this was the first of its kind.
Right.
So it's literally like going through the woods, and people, because they said that it was real in the trailer, people were literally thinking that this was a real story, and it was like all kind of like crazy shit going on.
Yeah. I
It
remember
makes a little
going
more
into the
sense now.
theater on I think opening weekend or the second week, and I think it was actually the Culver Ridge I seen it at in Irondequoit, and it definitely I remember walking out of that like I thought this shit was real, man. This shit is so phony.
I was
Because
gonna say,
all the
did I-
commercials was about this tape was found in 1996.
Right,
An
yeah.
incident that happened in 1992 and all this shit. Yeah, they great marketing. I think it was like loosely written. I don't know that they actually gave them like line for line, but it was definitely scened and they produced a movie. It was definitely not like bullshit, college production or some shit, but
Right.
well done to them. I mean, we're still talking about it in fucking 2021.
Right.
But the Blair Witch, I don't think that Blair Witch movie, the one you're talking about, the 2016, I don't think it was
No, it was
similar.
a sequel.
Like, I don't
It
think it
was a
was
sequel.
a first person camera, a reality style shoot. I think it was like a straight up regular horror movie that was just trying to expand the universe of Blair Witch or whatever.
Not even like a Paranormal Activity. where
Bro.
it's like a third person.
Ooh,
You know how much they spent on Blair Witch? This came out in
It
'99.
was like $27, dude. They didn't spend dick on that
no,
movie.
no,
We were
no,
playing
no.
this game
And
the
they
other day.
yeah, we were. You were at my crib.
I have the
Yeah,
the
please.
thing. So they spent $300,000.
$300,000.
Do you know how much the
That's
box office
nothing.
was?
Probably like
Hold on.
$248.6 million. I don't know, something in that ballpark. Oh, shit.
million.
48. Wow.
Yo, their
Well
marketing
done.
was
Well done.
And then-
fire.
Who's
then
the
woods
production
are-
company there?
The woods are crowded the next week because there's 80 million motherfuckers in there recording some bullshit, being like, "Oh,
Right.
Trying to get the
start
next
crying
one.
with snot coming down your shit, and it'll be fire. I promise." No.
Oh my God! You said
Was
who,
that like
who was
Dimension Films?
No, that was Hexon Films.
Hexon. Oh.
Who the fuck knows?
I hope
Quibi-
they made
the
their
Quibi
money
of
and they
90s
didn't
films.
waste it. Yeah, exactly.
The Quibi of '90s films. That was in '99. I was wondering if I went with you to watch that shit.
I don't think you
that
did.
was
But no,
before us.
yeah, that was before. That was
You guys
before
met
we
on
started
9/11, right? Wasn't it?
9/11, yeah. On the 9/11.
On the 9/11, not a 9/11. The 9/11.
The 9/11. This motherfucker
Where
was
shit
so
was
high.
popping.
This motherfucker was so high. He went to work.
And he's like, I
at
didn't
the
know.
airport.
I didn't know terrorist shit was going down. What's up?
He knew. But he was
didn't
so
know.
high.
He didn't know.
He was so high. He left me at his me and
Like, I gotta
me and
go.
my boy at his boy's
gotta go to
frat or his his dorm room. He was like, I gotta go to work. Shows up to work at the airport,
At the airport.
and the security guard was like, "What?
Yeah.
Nah,
He was
airport's
like-
closed.
he was
Get the
like-
fuck outta here."
It wasn't even a security guard. It was
your
the
ass
sheriff.
home.
It was the
I pulled
sheriff.
into the parking garage at the airport because I worked at Budget Rental, so I used to park inside right where they rent the cars. And I pulled right in, and it was completely empty, nobody there, just the sheriff. And I was like, "What's going on? Why is he stopping me?"
What's up, guys? That's
What's
where that
up,
came from.
guys?
That's where that
Like-
came from. He's like, "What's up, sheriff?"
What's up, sheriff?
He's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, I work inside. I work at the Budget Rental car."
Oh
And he goes to me, he goes, "Not today." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, thanks, bye."
Jeez.
I don't know.
Not today.
I don't know what young Johnny looked like, but I bet he had a Middle Eastern vibe to him, and that sheriff was not stoked to see you roll in there for work that
bet.
day, dude.
I bet.
Oh shit! Nah,
You ain't
Johnny
lying.
at that time. Johnny at
Texted
that
his
time, I
wife,
think
he's
had
like,
a
"Hun, I don't know if I'm coming home." It was like a
Johnny
Flight
had like a
91
pushback
text.
with the fade. He had a full fade. He was trying to pull it up. Yeah, he was in that transitional period where he's like, "Yo, I was raised in the hood.
He was
but I've been to
transitioning?
college."
Okay.
I was raised in the hood, but I've been to college, and I'm a little bit of, and I'm a nerd. You know,
A little bit
I get
country, a little bit of rock and roll.
it. Yeah,
He was like Spanish from old school.
that's why he and I were both. I've said
you were
the story
homies.
before.
Yeah.
No,
we know
no.
that.
Not because we were homies, but that was why we got pulled over.
Yeah.
Trying to cop
y'all
weed.
look like homies.
No,
that's why y'all got
because-
pulled over.
We
No,
looked like we
no.
wasn't homies.
No, actually, the cop specifically said that he thought that I was serving him, and when the cop passed by, I jumped in the car.
Yeah.
That's why he pulled us over.
That sounds like a
and
prostitution sting.
he separated us and then proceeded to ask me how I knew him and asked him
That's what
how
they
he
do.
knew
I watch
how he
Live
knew me.
PD. That's what they do. That's
Like, what do
that's
you
how
mean,
they
bro?
get
I
you.
met this dude on 9/11.
Yeah, you tell him the 9/11 story, and the cop's like, "Shit, okay,
It's like, yo,
have a
what's
nice day."
what's his mom's name? Maida. Like we were just like,
Nice,
Motherfucker,
When you really
we
make
know
him
each
look
other.
like a dick.
Right.
oh
So
shit.
it's an obscure question.
text.
What's his mother's name?
I mean, that's something only
Yeah, and then
homies
they'll
would
come-
know, though. Like,
yeah, and then they'll come to
that's
me
a
and
good-
they'll be like, "What's your mom's name?"
That's a good
and
call.
I'll say my name.
That's a
I'll
good
say my
call.
mom's name. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yo, we were boys.
So crazy.
All right. So, wild.
Was this cop
wild
white?
stuff.
Was that cop a white dude?
I'm sure. I can't remember.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
No. I know. I've known some Hispanic cops who were shitty.
Oh,
because-
absolutely.
Any cops can be shitty.
Any
dude.
cops can be
race,
shitty,
I
but
dude.
I
told
remember
this almost
specifically.
every day on Facebook.
Do you remember the black cops from Boys in the Hood? They were dicks, dude.
That was a good
It's like,
movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Tough.
Word.
He tough. We used to say that all the time back. And me and my white ass friends, we used to quote that all the fucking
Do you
time.
remember when in Don't Be a Menace, the South Central while drinking his juice in the hood, it was Bernie Mac.
That's
that
perfect.
redid that part.
That's still what I think of. Like when I think of that scene, I still think of Bernie Mac, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of when you said, you think you tough.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real, dude.
The
John
back of
Ritter,
four-
too. John Ritter, too. Let's give a shout out to John Ritter.
What was it?
True that.
Whoop,
Yeah,
like
R.I.P.
Whoopi
to John
Goldberg's
Ritter,
lips.
too.
The back of Forrest Whitaker's neck.
Forrest Whitaker's neck.
Such a great movie. All right,
Classic.
so apparently,
What do we got?
apparently Peacock has exclusive rights to WWE Network. And
Ooh, I heard about this.
that will launch March 18th. If you are subscribed to the WWE Network currently, then your account automatically transfers to Peacock.
You automatically get the cock?
You automatically get
No
the cock,
doubt, no doubt.
which is
Will
which is
Forte.
only right because you're still watching WWE.
Will Forte. I can't. Will Forte refers to Peacock as the cock
As the
on
cock.
Twitter.
I love
Yes,
it.
I can't take credit for that. That was all him, and it makes me laugh every fucking time I see it.
Do you know what they call it in France?
Le coq,
Le coq.
le coq,
Le coq grande.
le coq.
I mean, I understand
I was
that
just thinking
Peacock
that.
is their
Royale
fucking
with
logo,
cheese.
but I don't know why they went with that name for their streaming service.
The Peacock, right?
The cock. He's like, it's
Yeah.
on the cock. Anytime something of his is streaming on there, he's like, it's on the cock, guys. He just some wild ass tweet. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? That's so funny.
That's wholesome.
It is. It really is, dude.
It is.
And Will Forte is, a really funny dude.
Yo, speaking of Will Forte, that made me
Speaking
think
of Will Forte, okay.
No. That made me think of Will Ferrell. I've seen like I've been seeing a lot of like his old shit with like Conan and like Saturday Night
Didn't
Live.
I sent you an
He was
old
fucking
SNL
hilarious,
sketch
dude.
recently, didn't I?
I don't think so.
No, I sent it to somebody. I did. It was definitely. I don't remember the sketch, but it was very funny. Dude.
Yeah,
I remember
I'm sure
laughing
our
and being like,
listeners-
"Walk
I remember
will laugh.
laughing
Walk
at it.
will laugh at this," and then I was like,
I love looking up all his shit. All that Saturday,
Yeah.
all the old school Saturday Night Live bullshit that has to do with Will Ferrell and just like his off
Celebrity
the
Jeopardy is still one of my favorite.
Oh my
SNL
god!
sketches.
Suck it, Trebek.
All of them.
Yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
"Celebrity dead. Let's get it on." Mills
let's get
Lane
it on.
and all those fucking I remember that, dude.
I remember seeing that when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
probably like. I think I was in my teens when that was on, but yes, I do remember. I do remember
These
that.
fucking these youngins.
I think I made
Yes.
Johnny feel bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
You what?
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, I remember I was in diapers and my mom would change my, and there would be Celebrity Deathmatch on the TV.
It was like the other night I was
9/11,
playing
what's
zombies
that?
with someone. Other night I'm playing zombies with someone and I tell him like, "Oh, this is like that map from so and so game," and the kid tells me, "I was like 5 when that game
I was
came
like,
out."
And you felt funny about
and
it,
you're
right?
like, bro, yeah, see,
And I'm
that's,
like, "Damn, I played that game 10 years ago."
that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And that
Bro.
will happen. That will keep happening
Yeah.
more and more.
Keeps adding
So,
up.
Yep.
How old
Oh,
were
yeah.
you in 2001?
2001. Let's see. I came out in 92. So I was like, I came out of the womb.
So
He
you were
was
9?
9?
Yeah.
So
was
so
like 9 or
so he was
something.
9 years old when we were
9
going
years
through all
old.
those shenanigans, and you
When
were
we were smoking weed.
when we were
watching
smoking
movies.
weed, and he was
I
in
wasn't there
college.
yet.
Yo,
And that
Johnny,
was 2001?
2001, 9/11.
That's when
2001.
that's when my story was, when I talked about bringing that stolen herb to school and
Nice.
smoking up that weird dude and getting blazed and
Yeah.
having the herb in class. And the chick was like, "I smell a skunk." Yeah, you were a little ass kid, dude. Damn, you were fucking young. I keep forgetting.
I mean,
Fucking,
I'm not that young. I'm 20,
You're youngish.
28.
He had to count.
Youngish.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I was
92,
like
my birthday already
7.
happened, yeah.
Oh shit! Johnny
Nah.
was picking me up because he was a college student. He was picking me up to skip from school on yeah, exactly. In 2001.
Wow, 2001.
Do you
That's how I
remember
met him.
9/11?
I do. I was in 3rd grade.
Third grade.
Shit.
So you're like
Wow.
8, 9, 30. Okay, so 9. Yeah, no, you have memories when you're 9. That's fair. You remember that.
Yeah, I remember I had a pet rabbit.
I'm just trying to think of like how
You definitely have memories.
No, you
by
definitely
then.
have memories, but like, how cognizant are they? Like, can you recall emotions? Like, how in depth are those memories?
Yeah, at that point, you have a developing mind.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you do. You're
definitely
right.
remember
You're
how you
good.
felt about things and
Yes.
how you thought about things.
But it's like when you're a little kid and you remember watching shows, you just see little flashes of.
So you
It's
remember
not a flash.
You remember hit clips?
it. Yeah.
Like at
Vividly.
that time era, for whatever reason, I remember hit clips being a really big thing at the time era of 9/11.
Oh, that
Okay.
was like the little like
the little
cartridges,
book.
and
They
it
played
plays
30
like,
seconds of a song.
Yeah.
It was like the
Yeah,
iTunes previews, but
Yeah.
in like a little disc
Hey,
cartridge
I
form,
don't
right?
remember that at all.
they'll charge these motherfuckers money
Mm-hmm.
for a little cartridge to play on this hit clips, like little thing that you could fucking clip onto your belt, and then
Did
so
he
you
even
just
play a whole
collect.
song?
No, 30 seconds.
30 seconds of a
hit,
song.
Hit clips, Johnny, not hit
Yeah.
clip. Whole
30
songs.
seconds of a song.
This is before LimeWire.
Yes. this was
30 seconds of a
this
song.
was all the rage to the children
He's
who
crying.
could not download.
Yeah.
And I don't think this was before LimeWire. This is before you discovered LimeWire.
Yeah, exactly.
We were on that
It
shit.
used to be Napster.
It was
before
Napster.
that shit was
It was
closed down.
Casa and Napster.
Kazaa,
Yeah.
Kazaa.
Yeah,
Oh,
because Napster,
shit.
I think, was like 98, 97.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
my older
98, I
cousin
think.
kept trying to put me on a Casa, and I'm like, dude, but
So
the GameCube.
Kazaa.
it was so against everything that was Prince at the time, and now it's everything that Prince represents.
Stands for, yeah.
I proudly say my purchased history is empty.
That's fair.
He uses
Proudly.
streaming services.
Streaming.
He uses
service.
streaming
Exactly.
services.
Are we talking about our Apple? Oh, dude, I have like 7 movies in mine. It's so sad.
No, I used to buy mixtapes from the kid on the corner. That's
Yeah.
how I got my
Okay.
music back in the
Yeah,
day.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
Supporting local business.
That's
that.
fair.
I like that.
That's
Especially
fair. Yeah,
now
it was so
in these
weird.
Tough times.
For the first time ever, I don't know if, I mean, Dave owns 7 movies. I've never bought like a movie on iTunes or anything.
Oh,
And I had my cousin over at the lake house a couple weeks back, and he connected. He pulled like a what I call like the buy rent, where you buy an item at the store and then return it and like 3 days later because you use it for the occasion. So he bought an Apple TV 4K just to test out the
Wow, they was
Dolby
at the lake
Atmos
house.
audio
The retail rent.
while we were at the
Yeah.
lake house.
Yep.
Yeah,
Retail
exactly.
rent.
Yeah.
That's
Retail
what I do
rent,
with my
exactly.
GoPros.
Exactly. So we set up the Apple TV 4K, and I set it up, but I didn't even know you could do this. Like, I set it up with my phone, and so it could connect to the Wi-Fi really easy.
Yeah.
But it automatically had my iCloud and information on there, and like then the home screen downloaded automatically. But then like he added himself as a user,
Oh.
and like all of his purchase history showed up, and
Damn.
he didn't like connect to my family sharing or nothing. Like, he just added himself as a user to that Apple TV 4K, logged in, and his purchase history showed up. And so then we watched Tenet again, and
Nice.
so I got to
Nice.
see Tenet for the second time finally.
I haven't seen
And
that.
but I've never seen like the experience of launching a movie on the Apple TV, and it actually
fire.
is like a DVD. Like,
Yeah.
it has all the menu at the
Menu and
bottom,
all that shit, yeah.
You
Yeah.
get the specials and the extra. I didn't know how that
Wait,
shit worked.
really?
I thought you just like press the button and it starts
yeah.
playing the movie.
No, you
Yeah.
get
But it
you
like
get all
launches
the-
You get
a
everything.
mini app
Behind the scenes
for
stuff,
the movie.
everything.
Yeah. But you're paying for it, so
He's
it
like,
still
I
sucks,
might pay
dude.
for it.
Like, no,
I was blown away too, Prince. You're not
He's like, you got me
alone.
fucked
You're
up. You got
not
me
alone.
fucked up. I'm not paying for it, but it's dope though.
That's still cool. It's dope, but I'm not
That's
paying
a
for
Cool,
it.
yeah.
That's a plus.
It's not that cool.
Right.
It's neat.
Right.
Yeah,
Neato.
I would love it if that was a thing that I could like add, or download and add myself. I mean, fall off the back of a train and somehow magically appear on my
Right.
Apple
Right.
TV.
Right.
The MP3
But,
falls off the back of a train. or
Yeah.
the USB flash drive with this movie.
Exactly.
A lot of my purchases are either children's movies because for whatever reason I couldn't get access to it and my kids wanted to watch it. So in moments of desperation, you will pay for that shit.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then and what was I gonna say? Other than that, it was like when I was collecting DVDs that it would come with the digital version for Apple, and I would just download it, install it, and then it's still there. So like Dark Knight, Inception. Those are two of the movies that are still on my list. Fucking
yeah,
like
nice. I got a bunch of
Bastards.
Nolan and Tarantino movies on
Because I would purchase it like on Black Friday, and it would come with that, and it was like $5 for the movie.
Yeah.
So I will say I do have a Blu-ray collection.
Nice.
Because I feel like you reach a certain quality.
Yeah.
That like you can't hit from like a streaming service.
Yeah.
You know, like when it's playing off the PlayStation 5 into the sound system and the theater, and like you get no buffering. You don't have to worry about like
it's crispy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I only try to like buy them when they're like either $8 or less.
Yeah.
Right.
Sales.
And they need to be damn good movies.
Oh yeah.
Buy the physical Blu-ray.
Like I said, Inglourious Bastards, fucking Dark Knight, Inception,
I usually,
Pulp Fiction.
I've bought bundles. So like every once in a while they'll do like a Paramount bundle or a Sony bundle, like Brian
or Tarantino
or
bundle or some shit like
or
that.
put me on
In a special case and everything.
No, like just on
I've
like
seen
iTunes.
those.
I'm talking about like that. I'm talking about the
digital
iTunes.
bundles.
Yeah, the digital bundles, dude.
Okay.
Like or put me onto these bundles, and they were like a few bucks for 5 or 6 movies from these major studios.
Yeah,
and they were really good deals. And this was back when I worked for the fruit stand. So like I have most of the ones that I have, like I've never bought anything full price. It's always like double packages, like Wayne's World 1 and Wayne's World 2 I think I have, and
shit
some
like
other
that.
some other
I'd buy
bundles.
that.
Yeah,
I'd buy some shit like that.
Just a little stupid, but like where if I ever needed, like God forbid, there's no internet or I need something, like they're all downloaded and saved, and I can just I can watch some movies if I needed to.
Like I always get outages for my internet service provider randomly at the times that I want to watch something.
Right.
Oh,
and it's like,
that sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah. That's where the DVD
speak to that
collection comes into play. The
like,
Blu-ray collection.
The worst time. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying to watch something.
Or you're mid-crank. You're on Pornhub and you're like, why isn't my shit loading anymore?
Nah. First of all, you mainly watch your Pornhub on your laptop?
So this is another thing. I am not a phone porn kind of guy. Call me old school. I need to bust out the laptop. I need to light the candles. No, there's no candles.
The laptop isn't old school.
First of all, First of all,
I can't. How do you jerk it when you're watching porn on your phone? You're holding your phone and you're just like cranking it with one hand, like like a fucking savage, dude.
Like a caveman.
So wait, hold on.
I'm sophisticated. I'm a man of class.
First of all,
I pull out my
you double
MacBook.
fisting over here.
I mean,
you double fisting over
One
here.
hand gets tired. You gotta go. You just bust.
You have to stroke with one hand and fucking cup with the other. Like what the fuck?
You got your phone in one hand.
You only use one hand.
You put your phone down. You put your phone down and you're just cranking it with both hands.
You don't like the motion? You can't hold it still? You can't.
Bro,
you got a little tremor action.
First of all, phone in the hand and you're just cranking.
So when you do this,
that's weird.
So when you do this, isn't that distracting?
I'm not holding the laptop, dog. I'm not holding the laptop.
Oh, it's on your belly. You got the laptop on your belly.
Laptop stand for it.
It's on the bed. It's just laying there, dog.
It's just laying there.
So
now you're
next to me.
So now you got a neck ache.
Hold up.
You like looking to the side.
So now, you're looking to the side. You can't go this way because your arm.
My neck has a muscle that's been programmed since I was like 12 to lay in that exact position.
So this motherfucker,
no problem.
So let me just. So this motherfucker is doing this.
Cranking it. He's got his phone in his hand. And he's just leaning over like, yo, that's what we do. This is how we jerk. No, that's weird,
my
dog.
guy.
That's weird, dog.
My guy.
Son, cut.
You just
can't
cut.
Do it.
Damn, I wish I had that. I wish I had that drop now.
We don't have that drop.
No, I wish I did. But anyway, so you mean to tell me you lay your laptop on the
All right,
side
let's
right
hear
here,
this.
right? And you
So you
can't
got the
lay on
laptop
your
on the
arm
side.
because that's completely
Who's
restricting.
laying on their arm? What?
That's
Have
what
you
I'm saying.
jerked
Aren't
off
you
before,
worried
dog?
for your laptop?
Worried? I got Apple Care, so I don't worry about shit.
Here's my point. Here's my point, right? You can't lay on your side, right?
My laptop
so that
doesn't have
means
Apple Care.
that means you are on your back with your neck straight to the side.
But no, I got there's pillows behind me. I'm propped up, son. I'm chilling.
He's already set himself up.
Yeah.
I'm in a setup, son. This isn't my first time, dog.
It's a ritual.
Since
my
I was
God.
12, kid. I'm 34. Do you know how long that is?
Let
This
me-
has been going down.
It's a long
I don't
time.
think you
Can
do.
I-
Thank you. Thank
Can
you.
I-
It
is a long
time.
My
I
guy.
know what's up.
My guy.
I know what's up.
Can I tell you the rude awakening
Let's
you
hear
are
it.
going to
Let's hear
have
it.
when you have a child?
You think a child's gonna stop me from jerking off?
I think
I
it's
got a rude awakening for you, my friend.
I'm just saying.
Benadryl's the
Apparently.
baby food. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just
go to
saying-
sleep for a little
Go
bit.
to sleep for a little bit, yeah, and then you over here in your position with your neck
With my
off to the
computer
side.
and my shit like I'm fucking paraplegic. I don't know how you're picturing me. Stop picturing me jerking off, first of all. Let's start there. Second of all,
Yeah, let's start
mind your
there.
fucking business.
That's a good place to start.
Jesus Christ, this is just the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry. I can't get down with the phone cranking. Can't do it. It feels like I'm texting somebody and just like jerking off.
Listen,
like,
man,
oh, yeah,
get
hey,
yourself a
Do you
VR set
airplay
and
it?
get with the
Do you
future.
airplay it to the? Or you don't have Apple TV, do you?
yo.
No, I have
That's
like a
dangerous.
third gen Apple TV.
But so you
Get
can still
yourself a
airplay it.
VR
Do you,
set,
do you
like-
airplay it and put it on the
feel
big
like
screen?
If I airplay to something, it's gonna end up going to like Ash's
Yo,
iPad. It's
wait,
gonna be
that is
wild.
dangerous.
She's gonna hear some wild shit.
Airplay
Like, what
to
are
an
you trying to do?
iPad.
No. Put it this
I'll
way.
fuck it up. I'll fuck it up.
Hold up. That is fucking dangerous when you have a whole Apple ecosystem, right? Because
Can't get
yes,
into that. My
you'll
Bluetooth
go
is
to
off.
the
watch
wrong
it.
TV.
My Bluetooth is off all the time.
You'll go to watch it in
can't chance
private.
it.
You'll go to watch it in private, and what will happen is like,
Oh,
damn,
it's still
I
connected
don't
from the last
hear
time you
anything.
airplayed.
and that shit is that shit is
That
shit is
definitely
playing
happens.
on your Apple TV, or the sound is coming out of your fucking HomePod, and you are fucking devastated,
If it's-
mortified.
If it's
You're over
if it's
here
on my-
traumatizing someone.
Yeah.
if I'm watching on my phone, I get in the car, my shit connects to Bluetooth, and then it starts playing fucking Shyla Styles getting slammed for however it goes.
Oh, automatically, right? It like plays the last thing you were playing.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to be smart about
You
it.
gotta
man.
be smart.
You got to
That's
be
what I'm
smart
saying.
about it.
That's what I'm saying.
First of all, you should never watch porn on your main.
We are an equal opportunity pod. You watch porn and you crank
That's
your shit
perfectly fine.
on whichever device you want to, guys.
The only advice
Whatever
that
you
I'm
want.
giving you is that if you are watching porn, you better put that shit in a private browser.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it. Like just
Absolutely.
when you open your shit,
Firefox.
make sure that it's
Civilized
on
human being.
private, like a civilized human being.
Firefox
that way, it does not
incognito.
show up in your porn in your
Firefox.
history.
Your history.
Incognito.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, no. My normal
Yo,
browser is Safari. But for porn, it's an incognito.
You go to a whole different
Fi-
browser.
whole
Wait, you
different
go to a whole different browser
I don't even
just for
fuck-
porn?
Yo.
Firefox
And you
is
put
a,
it so
Firefox
people
is a
will open
porno
up Chrome and
browser.
it'll be
It's a
like,
porno
this is
browser.
your first
14
time
years of
launching Chrome.
experience looks
porno
like.
browser.
My guy. I'm not even gonna lie. From
That's not a bad idea.
when it was
That's what I'm saying.
when
Thank
it was
you.
when it was desktop mode, right? When you had your desktop and you had the freedom to do what you had to do on your desktop. Definitely Firefox. You have the settings to never fucking record the history ever. Every time you close it out, it deletes your entire history. That was the porn.
yeah.
That was the porn browser.
Tell me
That was
right
a porn
now,
browser.
when y'all back in the day, when computers were just starting to hit, y'all had a family computer. You weren't sitting in the family computer room cranking one out at 2 a.m, trying not to get busted.
I never
I
had a
didn't-
family computer.
I didn't have a family computer. Like we
You had
had a
your own
family
computer?
computer,
I
but
had
it
my own
was
computer.
I was the only one
Oh,
that
damn.
used it.
I was
It
the
was
only,
a family computer, but
it was
like my dad
Johnny's.
was like, "Hey, do this for me on the computer."
Yeah.
I did have
remember-
a family computer.
So it was basically I could do whatever.
Did
the
you
fuck
look
I
at porn
wanted
on
that
that
day.
family computer?
My first my first computer was a compact Presario.
Compact.
Yes, a compact Presario that was
Compact
handed
with a,
down
with a Q.
that was handed down from my dad, who did not live with me at the time. It was one that he had at his house.
Preloaded with porno. Knowing your dad.
They had a whole new computer. Gave me that one. That was my first computer, and then I think my next one, Johnny actually had one of his boys build me a brand new fucking
I remember that.
computer.
Damn.
Yeah, Johnny, when I was fucking when I was young
that
as
compact
fuck
too.
When I was young as fuck, Johnny.
That compact is it was the one that had the frosted purple plastic thing on the front of it.
Maybe I can't even remember, dude. That was so fucking long ago, bro. Fucking. But I just remember that that you had your boy build me a PC. I paid him like a stack, and I remember he built that shit was mint. I had that shit set up for burning DVDs, CDs, everything. And then and Johnny was teaching fucking what was that course you had? I
was teaching an A+ class.
Yeah, you had all of us join that A+ certification program. Yo, for real, like he taught me how to build a PC.
That's what's
like
up.
from scratch.
So over quarantine, I built one.
Nice.
And it was a lot of fun, but I don't use it as much as I should.
Same. I built my
It's really only good for gaming, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I plug in my Xbox controller and play Halo on it.
Yeah.
And like that hits me at home.
I feel you.
Love me some
nice.
Halo.
I know you do. I see you love all those Halo memes on Instagram.
You actually gave me a good segue, but I just want to say how if you have people that enjoy these type of fucking conversations, you have to put your people onto insensitive fucking culture. Because where else are you going to go from positioning on jerking off to computer styles?
Jerking off to computer styles.
Insensitive, right? What is it? Where the fuck are we?
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Yo, let us know in the Facebook group if you'd rather jerk off on your mobile device or on your, PC or laptop.
On your laptop desktop.
Yeah.
Start a poll.
Yeah, we definitely, we're going to start a poll with that clip right there. But anyway, back to the...
I will say my preferred, just to give my 2 cents in this, my preferred, I am luckily enough that my job is giving me not only the laptop, but also the 27-inch monitor that goes along with it. And so
Johnny's a computer guy.
Because I work from home, they cover a lot of the costs where it comes to home office stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the pandemic and me being stuck over at the lake, they bought me a desk. And so I bought one of those electric lifting desks that goes from sitting to sitting.
Yeah.
And it raises
I have a
and
hook
lifts.
for my sock now.
So he can stand and jerk it. He doesn't have
I have 4 pre-programmed positions here, and one of these is the crank it position, right?
Yeah.
and so this is my preferred
I can stand
location right here. I'm on the 27-inch 5K monitor in position 3. I press
the button.
Incognito.
Right. I can stand up if I need to.
Oh yeah, with the private screen.
You opened your private browser one time and you were like, "Oh shit, there's all kinds of porn here."
Yeah, so I happen to. I mean, nobody uses my shit.
No,
there's only 2 people in here, and my girl don't give a fuck. And it's Touch ID, right? She can't get
in
anyway.
He has his home system set up so that the door locks immediately as soon as he sets the mood.
It's all HomeKit automated.
I say, Siri, it's naughty time, and she turns the lights down.
The light turned low. The door locks.
Yep.
My wife is like, "Why do you have? Why do you
I
have
love
the fireplace lights up?"
Don't ask.
Don't ask. Why do you have this padlock on this door? A smart padlock. Don't worry about it.
Siri, it's naughty time. Hey Siri, is that episode title? Hey Siri, it's naughty time. Let's mark that. What are we at?
Yo,
Gotta be an hour
all
in.
the series just went off right now.
That is a good title.
Thank you. It's the Henny.
I'm gonna make that a playlist name.
No,
I like it.
No doubt.
But
Serious?
but
No.
that was a good segue, Prince, because we need to talk about this, right? In all seriousness, apparently Johnny brought me to the brought this to our attention.
Oh, that's right. We got into it last night. There was a discussion.
There is a full on, like the whole cast is on IMDb. Halo TV show coming out in 2021 on Showtime.
I
did not know this.
I did not know this
until
either.
yesterday.
Okay,
Until
I'm
yesterday.
We had that
glad
conversation.
We're not the only ones.
Nope,
No.
we are not.
So
On Showtime?
Showtime.
on Showtime, Pablo Schreiber Schreiber, yes, is playing Master Chief. Pablo Schreiber is best known as Porn Stash.
Also, the brother of Liev Schreiber of Ray Donovan. If you did not know that,
You've never seen Ray Donovan? That's another show you need to check out.
What was he? He wasn't Wolverine. Is Hugh Jackman? He was the Badger. He was in the
You talking about
Wolverine
Liev?
movie. Yeah, Liev.
Liev Schreiber was fuck.
Sorry, I couldn't
It's
remember.
on the
it
tip
either.
of my
I couldn't
tongue.
remember it
Huh?
either.
Show me a picture of the man, of Master Chief,
Master
allegedly.
Chief.
Because
All right.
Oh, the
Oh,
As it
you
seems-
know that guy. He's been in so much shit. Pablo
we
Schreiber,
shouldn't know
he's been
what
in
Master
mad
Chief looks
shit.
like.
This is Master
Well,
Chief.
you're not
You
going to
don't
see
have-
him.
Yeah, you're not going to see him.
You're not gonna see him because he's gonna be
So
in
it
full
doesn't- it
costume.
It's going to be
even
like
matter.
Same way as
Mando.
Mandalorian,
Then why do I need to know what actor he is?
because he's actually an established
gonna
actor.
be the
Because he's a
voice.
good actor.
Yeah,
he's a good actor. We
he's a
talked
good
about
and
this.
established.
You're going to
actor.
hear his voice just like you hear
We shouldn't know what he looks like, at least.
Yeah, but
yeah, they do got to put him on the
Pedro
casting.
Pascal.
Pedro Pascal
yep.
as Mando.
Yeah, but you see his face. Don't you dare
Eventually,
bring him up.
you didn't see his face the whole
Don't
first.
you dare.
First of
How
all,
dare you.
you didn't see his face the whole first season.
Okay, until the end of the season.
So how do you know we're not going to see Master Chief's?
We could
Because
face.
we should not see Master Chief's
He's
face.
like, if there's
Says
Master
who?
Chief's face, I'm not
We should-
watching. It's
so
bullshit.
after 6 Halo games,
We have not seen it yet.
on 2 hands, 6, we
And
haven't
so
seen his
and
face.
so when have you ever?
That's true.
When have you ever
is
seen a
true.
movie studio stick to the boundaries?
No, when have you ever
Oh,
seen
then
a
that
video?
sounds bad.
I can't argue
Right.
When have you ever
That's
seen a
gonna be
video
bad news
game
then.
adaptation of anything be good?
I didn't see The Witcher. I heard that wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Witcher was good.
yeah.
I think,
I'm waiting patiently for season
from my
2
understanding, Witcher is the best video game adaptation
It is.
Yeah.
of
It is.
anything.
Yeah, I
It's-
played
And
The
if
Witcher
it's
for a while.
anything
and it was
like
really
that,
fun.
I'm
If you've
with
played
it.
The Witcher, you need to watch the show.
Yeah, I should.
Oh, you played The Witcher.
Yeah, I
He
played
did play The Witcher.
Oh,
he knows The
I
Witcher.
didn't finish
It's-
it, but I played
Nobody
like
nobody
20,
finished The
20,
Witcher.
30 hours
Nobody
into The Witcher.
finished The Witcher.
I've heard from people that read the books and played the games, and they're like,
Continue
because
this.
the video game I believe is either way after or way before the book series, and the Netflix series is based on the books.
Okay.
And so it's just very holistic. Like it brings it all together.
It like
it's all
stands true
fucking
what it should be.
yes. Like if you are familiar with the story, you're gonna fucking enjoy it. Like I'm not even that familiar because I didn't.
Yeah, same.
I think I might have played like at a friend's house part of one of the Witcher games. Like I
Okay.
definitely like was not into the full story. I was aware of it, but I wasn't into it or deeply into it.
Yeah, I definitely put a
to
good
the point
amount
that
of
I
time
played.
into it.
Yeah, I mean, if you spend any amount of time, more than like the 5 hours that I spent in total, then fuck, you're gonna totally
Yeah.
enjoy the show. The show is good. I mean, my girl doesn't even know who the fuck The Witcher is.
Yeah,
Like she
and she
had
still
no
likes it.
concept of it, and she fully enjoyed this show. And
Okay.
she is almost as critical as I am.
So I'm about to finish Sopranos, and that gives me something to watch immediately after. Because I've never seen The
Absolutely.
Sopranos before, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
that is a
Well,
good
Well, what season
show.
are you up to now?
Yo, tell him
So,
where you're at.
I
Tell 'em
just
where you're at.
finished season 6A.
You know, they split season 6 into 2.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So he's right there, dude.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
And he's been texting me throughout his
Right.
and I mean I've watched it multiple times. I mean I know where he's at when he texts me, dude, and I try I try my best not to spoil anything, but at the same time, I want to let him know, like, sort of where he's at, and it's like you're like, yeah, you're in for some good shit coming up.
So
here.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna go out on a whim and say it's as good as Mad Men.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, dude. Sopranos is top 3 of all time.
It's, top 3 all time.
As good as Mad Men,
That's
as
right.
good as Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say
it's on that
those
tier.
might be the top 3, honestly. Like, I mean, I would. But as far as drama goes, I mean, comedy's sort of different. Seinfeld and those kind of shows.
So fun fact.
And, drama.
Dramas, yeah.
Fun
Yeah.
fact: I've never seen Sopranos.
I mean, I would say
And-
that people would fight and say The Wire is above, but
The Wire.
I don't
It's
know.
up there.
I haven't
It's
seen
up
it.
there. The Wire is not. I do not think, and I've seen all those shows. I do not think The Wire is top 3 like Sopranos, Mad Men, and
I
Breaking
have
Bad.
not seen Sopranos,
I've not done
and
Mad Men.
I believe I've started Mad Men and probably never got past the first season.
So Mad Men goes hard.
Oh,
Like,
I've heard.
It is very slow startup to get you invested in all the characters, but by the time season 3, 4 hits, it's like
It makes you want to drink and smoke all the time
Yeah.
too.
season 3 though, I gotta go through 2 whole seasons.
yeah, exactly. Like you gotta like after I remember the end of season 1 is an episode that like hits you at home, and you're like, okay, like I'm invested in this.
I don't remember.
Season
hitting,
2 is still like a lot of connections between characters and like learning about characters and such. But yeah, it's a good show. I think it's like 6 seasons.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why is because I'll start one of the shows, I'll get like somewhat invested, and then some new show comes out, and I start watching that, and then I never go back. I've been really stuck
I heard
on
that Mad Men was originally offered to HBO,
Mm-hmm.
and HBO turned it down.
I remember
And
reading that.
AMC picked it up, and that's what started like big production over at AMC.
Yeah.
And it's like the biggest miss that HBO ever had.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
they got
Mad Men is
Which makes me
definitely
think
one of
that-
the best shows.
It is as good as people claim, but I
Imagine,
don't think I've seen more than 20 seconds of my girl watching.
Imagine Mad Men on HBO.
It would have gone hard.
It would have gone harder, dude.
Speaking of
I believe
HBO, I started dabbling in Watchmen.
Ooh,
that was
okay.
dabbling.
Okay.
It's one
You
season.
can't dabble. You can't
Yeah,
dabble.
it's just
Well,
season.
I mean,
When I
he's still
say
in the
dabbling-
Sopranos, though, so
Exactly.
he's still
Yeah,
trying
okay,
to fit the
okay, I
Sopranos
get you,
in.
I get
It's like I put it on and I'm still thinking of like,
Yeah, you're still thinking
What
of
is Tony
Tony and
doing?
still. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Once
feel
you
you.
finish, dude, don't even bother with Watchmen. Finish the Sopranos.
And then you can jump into other
At
shit.
I do
your
watch a lot
leisure,
of. So
and then
Boondocks is
jump
on
in.
HBO, like the cartoon show.
The Boondocks,
Cartoon
yeah.
Boondocks.
Didn't
Yeah.
they revive that?
Yeah.
So there's a newest season that came out only on HBO,
Mm.
and it's like actually like pretty relevant and very very good.
Oh, I believe
Interesting.
it. They were always good.
It's
Even
been a long
Comedy
time.
Central, even the old
Wait, who-
the old Boondocks. Was
They don't got
fire,
John
dude.
Witherspoon, who's playing Grant.
Nah, I was gonna say they don't have John Witherspoon.
I have no idea.
Somebody that sounds like him, I guess.
Maybe either that or he died.
Interesting.
But
Wrote him out.
guys, before we go off too far on a tangent,
Yeah, we're in Hollywood. I forgot we were back on. It feels like we're on questions again.
this is episode 50. We're having fun.
This is the Henny episode.
Yeah, Prince brought the
Ooh,
Henny episode
title.
over.
The Henny episode.
Yeah,
for the culture.
so yeah, for the culture.
culture.
So we're all
The
feeling
culture
pretty
is
nice.
yours.
But I wanted to circle
Remind me, I
back
gotta
because
spark back up.
There you go. I gotta hit my pen again.
I have to circle back because, quite honestly, that is my fucking job.
Yeah, it is. You keep us on track.
But
Johnny edits, and you keep us on track.
I have my reservations about Halo on Showtime,
as you should.
mainly because Pablo Schreiber is Master Chief, but I am not as excited about that as Dave is. Dave is more of a fan of his
Did you
work.
watch Orange is the New Black?
I did. I
And
did.
you know
He was
Porn
good.
Stash.
He was
You
good.
know
Yeah,
Porn Stash.
Yep. But he was also in like he plays
The
like
Town? What else was he in?
no. He was in the what was that 50 Cent movie? Fucking
Yeah, I was just
Thieves
going to
Den?
say he was in that 50
Den of
Cent
Thieves.
movie.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves.
Den of
yes.
Thieves.
Get
Yeah.
Rich or Die Trying. Damn.
No, well that
No,
was
not
a
that
50
one.
Cent movie, but Den of Thieves. He was in that, and like
I always
He's-
remember him from playing like this huge rapist on Law and Order SVU.
see,
he had like
go by
this.
Law and
is-
Order.
What a way
so
to
fucked.
remember a man.
Like
He is
so
like
fucked.
he was
Oh,
probably like on 8 episodes of SVU as this like rapist dude.
he is a very random actor where it's hit or miss to me. I'm not like like Pablo Schreiber. I didn't even fucking know his name until you told me his name was Pablo. I just remembered his yeah, it was
That's
one
your
episode
brethren.
where you was
His
like,
name's
oh, it's Pablo.
His name's Pablo.
Oh, fuck you, man. Where is that? At least once every fucking episode.
Puerto Ricans are just tall Mexicans. we haven't had that for a couple episodes, I feel like.
At least once every episode. Last time I
Right.
missed it.
Pablos are just tall Mexicans.
Oh shit.
My
I have
only
my
thing is-
reservations.
I get you because he's not an A-list.
Right.
And
or
it's
even-
Showtime. Showtime is hit or miss.
Denzel.
And,
This isn't
and
Denzel we're
yes,
talking about.
absolutely. I agree with you that too in the group chat, right? Showtime
No,
is
Showtime has
hit
more
or miss.
bangers. More bangers
They've got
than
some
you
big
guys
hits.
remember.
You called them out, Dave, like Dexter, Shameless.
Dexter, Homeland.
Homeland,
Homelander.
Shameless.
I mean, Homeland.
These go on, dude.
Ray
I'm
Donovan.
telling you.
Ray Donovan.
Thank you. You're proving my point,
That-
dog.
no,
I appreciate
Bro,
that. Good
I'm still
looks.
on one hand.
We can keep going. I'll pull
At
up
the same
list.
time, I
pull up
also
one.
say that he
House of Lies.
hasn't pulled up House of Lies. Great.
Yes, thank you. I'm
still
telling
on
you,
one
this is,
hand.
this is quality content.
Bring one more, and then
quality
we're off
content.
of one
Quality
hand.
content. What do we got?
I'll go
What
ahead
do we
and
got?
say
Show 'em
he
time.
has big shoes
Extras?
to fill. Master Chief just
Extras.
isn't,
Thank you. Episodes
All
with what's his face from Friends.
and I haven't seen any of these.
They're
I hate
fire.
Friends.
They're
I
all
hate-
fire.
You've never seen Dexter?
No, this isn't
No,
Friends.
I've never
this
seen
isn't
Dexter.
Friends.
Oh, you better catch up on Dexter.
After
There's
The
a new
Sopranos.
There's a
I've
new
also
one coming
been
out.
told that Dexter's pretty good.
Dexter's good.
Dexter peaks
Dexter's very good.
early, but there's more coming. So just catch
Master
up.
Chief are big boots to fill.
They are.
Big
They are.
Agreed. They are.
Yeah,
big
they are.
boots.
But
Anything
how much acting
video
chops?
game related
how,
is
how much acting chops do you
it's a
need from
challenge.
Master Chief?
Um,
Like, is
You
Master
would have
Chief-
needed to have played all 3 Halo games.
No,
the
but I'm
first
saying
3.
like to play
You're right.
the
He doesn't have much
character.
of a character.
with, you don't see him.
Okay.
He's voice acting. How, could I
But there's-
fill in for Master Chief
I will
in
say,
a voiceover?
it doesn't matter if you're wearing a helmet. There
Right.
are micro expressions that
Right.
you can give off.
Right.
And I think we've seen that with the Mandalorian,
Mhm.
and I expect the same caliber of micro expressions wearing a
And
helmet
I think
from Master Chief.
Pablo Schreiber can deliver those micro
So,
expressions.
I've
I
never.
think at the very
What I was
least,
gonna
you
say
would
is
have needed
I've
to have
never
played the Halo
been
games.
disappointed by something that Pablo Schreiber did.
Right,
Like,
right.
He's never like played
Yeah.
a character that I was like,
That's not
oh my God, he
believable.
ruined
right, what
it.
a,
Yeah,
right,
he sucks.
exactly.
Okay, but
Yeah.
were any of those
Exactly.
characters as important as Master Chief?
No.
I
No,
don't
but
know. I
Porn
would
stars
in
say
was
all
no.
not
honesty,
Master
in
Chief.
all honesty, with Master Chief, all he really has to have is a great, like, acting, like voice acting.
It's like the dude that played
Presence.
Sam Fisher or Snake or Solid Snake.
No, no,
dude.
no. See, but
David
see,
Hayter.
but those are roles that you have to be like you are the person. Like that's you on camera. Master Chief is in full costume, helmet, everything. So that's not even guaranteed that that's fucking him. That's not Pedro Pascal the entire time in Mandalorian.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That is
so
true.
so with all the other ones you mentioned, like yeah,
Wait,
that
is that
actor
true?
has to really do what?
Yeah, no, that was like a stand-in a lot of the time, dude. That wasn't always Pedro Pascal. Under
No,
there.
he
Really?
you think he
Yeah.
did all that fucking action scenes? No.
not
If you
gonna
watch the
stand here
behind
for
the
that.
Well,
scenes,
I mean, yeah,
He's
not
got-
for
you watch
like.
galleries.
Wonder Woman out
Not
here,
the
like
stunt
motherfucking
work,
Liam
but-
Neeson.
if you watch galleries, you'll see all of his stand-ins and all of his
Right.
fucking stunt coordinators, all that shit.
I gotta watch more
wanna
of
say-
Gallery then.
Yeah,
I want to
I've only
say
seen a few
that
episodes.
I want to say that the dude that does the action sequence is a black guy.
Oh,
Like it's like you're in a helmet
Black Lives
and
Matter.
fucking
yeah,
costume. Like
right. If I were
You
like
don't
4
have to
inches
be-
taller, I could be the Mando in that suit.
if anything, yeah, exactly. All he really has to show up for is if they show his face.
right.
So he just
but-
does a lot of fucking voiceover work.
Oh yeah, he films that shit from his like fucking pantry closet, dude. Like just
Motherfucker.
on some pandemic shit, like
Hitting
everyone
a bowl.
else.
I mean, I obviously assumed there was a stunt double, but I really thought he did most of the fucking
I mean,
Why?
I'm
work.
sure.
Why would he? Why? Like that doesn't
I,
make like
I agreed. He doesn't need to, but
I'm
Does
saying
not.
though, like honestly,
Wow.
he more than likely does the majority of it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But
Sure,
at the end of the day, if he has a sick day, he doesn't necessarily have to show up to work.
Right.
Somebody can do the movement.
Like,
You're
say,
right.
you're going to walk
Absolutely,
from this
They can
spaceship
keep production
to this
moving.
spot.
Right. But the promising thing I want to say is it's a decent budget. It's a $40 million budget for it was a $40 million budget for Halo.
For the full series or
For the full Halo series. Yeah, they spent over $40 million in production costs.
Okay. I mean, just to put
I said
that
it's
in
decent.
comparing that to like
Wanda
didn't
was like
WandaVision
what,
spend like 200 million?
Right? I mean, it was something wild, right?
We cannot compare it to like WandaVision and all
No,
that.
I
Right,
know,
right. We can't
but
do
like
just Showtime.
you're just setting me up for some like Arrowverse CW shit.
I'm
with
just
the
saying,
40
yeah.
million.
What was the? Can we look up the budget on like fucking what's some of that CW
What,
bullshit?
Arrow?
What do we get?
Look
Arrow,
up the
yeah,
budget
let's
for
look
the
up Arrow
latest
budget.
the Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Batwoman?
Batwoman
Yeah,
CW
for
with the Ruby
Batwoman. What's
Rose.
the budget for the Batwoman
What was the
series?
Ruby Rose Batwoman budget?
See, look,
They just relaunched with a new.
but
Batwoman.
Agents
A
of
new Batwoman, yeah.
'Cause
Agents of
Ruby Rose
Shield,
quit
Agents
that
of
shit.
Shield.
I think
Yo.
wasn't she fired?
Come on,
Yeah.
let's bring
Agents
it
of
in.
Shield.
bring it
That's a
in.
good comparison.
So like Agents of Shield was 14 million.
Okay,
And Agents of
Okay,
Shield
so
was trash. I didn't want to
3
watch
times
that shit.
Agents of
The
Shield.
storylines
I'm
were
good
trash,
with that.
but the
I
the
guess
effects
it
and things
looked
like
good.
that
It
wasn't
looked
bad.
good.
Yeah,
No,
it
you're
wasn't
right.
bad. It wasn't bad at all.
3
So,
times
so
of
it's a
Agents of
decent
Shield.
budget.
It's not it's not Apple TV level.
No, we're not. We
It's not
can't
gonna
do that
be
though. We can't do
HBO
that.
level.
It's not that bullshit
Not yet.
Fox or ABC
Yeah.
level either. It's
It
in
sounds to
between.
me like whoever's producing it just doesn't believe enough in the story or the fan base. If the 45 mil or 40, what did you say, 44?
40 mil. 40 mil was
40
the
mil?
budget on Halo.
I mean, this it's not terrible. It's definitely not CW level.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, what are
I
some
just,
CW
I'm a little
budgets?
concerned of what the Covenant's gonna look like when you only got 40 mil to work with.
I mean, yeah, I feel you on that.
Like, am I gonna feel Master Chief?
Nah. Yeah, no. Showtime will make
You have
feel
to.
it.
Well, at the same time, wait a minute. I don't know how much they charge for the vault, but if they're gonna use the vault, then you could do a lot with a little.
It says per.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think Disney done changed the whole game up with the vault. That shit really just allows you to make anything that you want in a fucking 25 by 25 foot room.
I mean, let me see. How many episodes was now I'm just trying to I'm trying to calculate.
I'll
this
look
shit.
it up. I'll help you out over here.
No. We're still going on Arrow. So because you wanted to know what the budget was, it kind of broke it down per episode. There were how many episodes is this? Oh shit. 23 episodes.
Oh, a
see, that's
season?
where that shit.
Yeah, that changes
That's
it
where
up,
they.
And then they do what? $1 million an episode or what?
Yeah, so
A
23,
million?
20.
I don't think they spend $1 million on an episode of Arrow.
No. So it said it averaged Arrow and like the Flash was like 1.5 to 2 million per episode, but it's 23 episodes. So that's 30. That's $34.5 million for 23 episodes. Whereas if
That's
they
2
do
seasons, 2.5.
no, that's one season.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying compared,
of a
right,
regular
right,
show.
right,
Two and a
right.
half seasons of fucking
Oh, yeah.
Halo.
So
or
if
anything
they
else.
Or
if
yeah,
they
Mando,
spread that,
any of those.
so if they spread that, let me see if it shows how many fucking. I don't think that they will. No, it's not.
They spend $1 million per episode of Arrow.
And that's what it looks like. Imagine if you
And
shot
that's
some
what it
low
looks
budget indie
like.
bullshit. Dude.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, is it
Yeah.
expensive
Like,
to make a movie?
It's
Right.
showing.
Like
It
Dynamite
is.
Yo,
shit.
it's
TV show.
showing.
No
it's
joke.
showing.
No joke.
It's showing that it's 9 episodes in the first season of Halo, so that would put it at about 4 million per episode. So,
So
you know,
4 times the budget.
4.5
You guys think
million.
that they'll still
Let's round
make
it out
it
to
for this
4.5.
year? You think it's still going to come out in 2021?
I mean, they're saying it. They're still promoting
I
it.
heard that they were already in production. They already started.
Yeah. It says here in 2019 they spent $40 million, or that was the budget.
Oh shit! So
that's
yeah,
what they
been
spent
filming.
in 2019. So they've been filming. So everything right now is post production.
They were probably gonna release in 2020, and they got slowed down, and they pushed back to 21. I'm surprised that this is a thing. Honestly, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it.
I was just excited. I was looking up something else. I think I'm trying to remember how I found this, because I was watching a couple of things recently, and one of them was Jack Ryan. Fargo. I was watching the second season of Fargo.
I'm watching that now.
And so I was watching the second season of Fargo, and because of that, I looked something up, or some actress or actor up, and somehow it like fell into seeing that they were a part of Halo, and I was like, wait, what? There's a Halo?
Oh, damn. Who's wrapped up in Halo?
Damn, bro.
What the fuck just happened?
Wow, you tripping, son.
Yeah, that was me.
You tripping, son. So no, all right. So we got to get through. It's all right, bro. This motherfucker, man. My shit is falling apart over here. So all right, we got to get through this last bit of information. Prince is dying laughing. Yo, he's known for just smacking shit and moving shit.
It's a good episode.
It's a good episode. So no, but I want to get this last piece of information out, because I just found this out before we call Pilger to talk about WandaVision.
Oh, I almost forgot about the WandaVision talk.
Shit. Apparently there is. Hopefully we're all caught up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So apparently there's a live action Harry Potter TV series in the works for HBO Max.
A live, as opposed to anime?
Yeah, as opposed to animated.
Yeah, as opposed to animated.
I don't understand.
That's generally what live action means, Dave.
Why would we have to distinguish between the two? And has there been animated Harry Potter?
No, but if there's a new series coming out, what are we talking about here?
What is even happening right now?
I have no idea. I clicked the link to fucking.
Okay,
anyway.
so there was something talking. I just making sure.
I don't. It may not even come up on the.
I thought
computer.
That made it sound like there was animated Harry Potter that I wasn't aware of.
Yo, Dave is lit on this Henny right now, though. He asked for that second cup.
Episode 50.
It wasn't a second cup. It was just like a little spurt, a little squirt.
So you remember when Danny was on the show? That's how you sound right
Stop
now.
Stop it. Don't disrespect Danny like that. Don't disrespect. Do you hear that, Danny?
Don't disrespect Danny like that.
Do you hear how he's doing?
Danny's going to be like, yes.
Yo.
Yes, I am redeemed.
Vindicated.
He made the shot. He had the shot where he couldn't even throw the shit. You remember that? Yeah, you do.
But yeah. So,
Danny remembers that.
So there's a Harry Potter TV show coming to HBO Max, which we don't know if, obviously, it could be a prequel. It could be anything at this point, but we just know that it's a live action Harry Potter TV series. And it's coming out on HBO Max, because why not? HBO Max is doing every fucking thing right now.
Big thanks.
Well, they own it's Warner Brothers that does Harry Potter, so they own Warner owns HBO, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the rights. They're like, we gotta fucking take advantage of the shit that we have and make some fucking money, because not a lot of people are signing up for HBO Max right now.
I feel you. Yeah, I guess not.
I mean, it's basically the same. It's just following along with what they're doing with the movies, and releasing them all on HBO Max at the same time throughout 2021. They're just like, we got to try to get people to sign up for this shit. I think they're still under 10 million users the last time. I think they reported.
Damn, that
wow.
But that doesn't include
Max
the cable
about?
Subscribers.
Oh,
that's just a straight up HBO Max only subscribers. I don't think that includes
I would say
people
double
that
it then, triple it. Like
probably triple. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I do have HBO is because it's part of my phone bill. So.
Yeah, I borrow
a lot of people
somebody's.
have that. The AT&T deal.
Exactly.
You get that free HBO that Wack was talking about too. but it's still nowhere near fucking Netflix. I think has 200 fucking million people.
Mm-hmm. Netflix has
Worldwide.
been out for so long.
Yeah,
like,
you can't compare it to
HBO
Netflix,
Max just
man.
came out like last year, dog.
Netflix-
Netflix has been
Netflix
But
beat
HBO
out
Max was
Blockbuster.
HBO Now,
dude.
which was HBO.
Netflix
Still, I
was
still feel like that's not fair to
yeah, it's not.
it's HBO Max, dog.
Netflix
like-
beat out Blockbuster. How long ago the fuck
Y'all
was
are
that?
2 and y'all are 20. Fuck you doing being older than that? Like, what the fuck? That's wild. That's wild. No,
There's
that's
a
not
high
fair.
chance. There's a very high chance that Prince probably never set foot in a Blockbuster.
All right,
Have you been in Blockbuster
chill.
Wait. What about the Wegmans
right.
rental sections? Have you been in a Wegmans rental section?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about that.
Oh shit!
I've never been to a
I'll
Wegmans
give you
rental.
specific memories of me going to a Blockbuster and renting Donkey Kong 64
Okay.
and being unable to play it because my N64 didn't have the RAM expansion.
I didn't know Donkey
So
Kong
yes.
was so hardcore like that.
Yes, I remember Blockbuster.
Well, that sounds
Bruh,
like
do you know?
hard times.
Yo,
Exactly. I was like 6 years old, unable to play the Donkey Kong 64. I just rented from
But he
Blockbuster.
remembers, yo. That shit affected him.
Yeah.
He knows.
I'll give you. I'll one up you on that.
Okay.
One of my most random experiences at a Blockbuster, and this should indicate how old I was. I went there because I was renting a movie and they sold CDs and shit there too. And I asked them if they had Puff Daddy in the Family, and they looked at me like, "What's that?"
That didn't come out yet, right? You were burning shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it didn't come out till a couple years later or something, or at least a year later.
You're like, what?
But I remember asking specifically, like, "Yo, do you guys like? Do you know if you're getting Puff Daddy in the Family?" They're like, "What? What is that?"
What?
What are you talking about?
That's
Are you
how-
from the future? They thought you were some time traveling.
I was heavy into music back then.
You were heavy, all right.
I was heavy too.
Oh, I know that was so fun. I don't know why, where that came
No,
from.
I was
So
heavy
sad.
too. I
He
mean,
was.
They were both facts. They were both
Henny.
facts.
The nectar got him loose.
Yo, Dave is loose this episode. Look, he's knocking off the
I'm so
fucking.
hitting the mic. I'm hitting the mic. Stop playing. Stop looking at me.
Ripping shit
My
off
guy,
the
go on with the
double-sided
whole
tape.
shit.
Look,
Go on
my
with the whole
guy.
shit.
Look, my guy. You just took this off the
What?
mic.
Card.
What's that?
I'm just gonna place that right back.
That's disgusting. Don't put your fingers that close to my mouth. All right, we're good.
Oh man, this is such a good episode. For the fact that Dave got lit.
When is the year? What's the year date? I remember you told it to me.
Right
was
now,
like
it's
February
2021.
2021.
It's definitely
No. Our
No,
year.
no.
Our year. Not. I know the year. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny, for that.
No. Our first episode aired on February 18th.
February 18th. Okay,
February
so that will
18th.
be 1 year.
That will
Of
be 1 year of
Insensitive
Insensitive Culture.
Or the Golden Podcast? Was it?
Originally, yes.
Yeah,
wow,
The
Wow,
Golden
only a
Shower
year.
podcast.
But we put a kibosh on that real
On
quick.
February 18th, it will be 1 year of the podcast, which is super fucking exciting. And then just since we're on that subject,
Mhm.
we are past 1 year since the episode that we
Oh,
all
what
did.
day
That
was that?
That was
What
back
is
in
that?
November.
Wow, really?
November.
Wow.
There was that much of a gap between. I thought we
Bro,
started it relatively.
It took you a shit ton
It took
of
me.
convincing.
It was all my convince. I believe that. No, I'm stuck in my ways. I
I
don't like to do new things.
I'm not debating it. This
that's
is strictly
facts.
facts.
That's facts, B.
Oh shit.
It took me that long. That sounds right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took you only that long. Like normally, to
I was
get me
doing
to
my own
sort of
podcasting
nudge.
shit.
Nah, you were.
I was
and
doing my own
I saw what
podcasting
you were
shit.
doing. I
I
saw
was
what you were doing.
I was trying to push you to do this, and obviously it was a good fit.
It was.
Fucker.
I like it. I mean,
He's like, yo, I
have a
show
good
up here
time, man.
every week.
I
No
show up here.
problems.
They edit all the shit. They do all the hard work, and I just sort of show up and I say things that people like to hear sometimes. That's all there is. That's all that I contribute. I don't have any specific skills that.
He has-
American way.
He does. The American way, correct.
Right.
Bro, all you really need is a little bit of direction, a microphone,
Some
a little bit of
coercion.
equipment,
And a cough button.
and a cough button.
which I just hit real quick because I had a
wish I had
little.
one of those.
Yeah, no, I know. Johnny
to get
rips
one
me
for all
up.
of
Johnny
us.
rips me
So I
up
was
every
sitting in
week.
this chair first, and I was like, "Wow, this is an
Oh, it's got a
amazing
cough
idea."
button. Yeah, no,
It's just the little
That's
things.
literally just for me because I'm so bad at it. They're like, "Yo, we need to buy a specific device for you."
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, no, and it's been working. Been working. Johnny hasn't wanted to hit me in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no, it's been good. All right,
What else we got?
so while we're waiting for Johnny to come
Yeah.
back, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna call it right now.
Oh,
We're gonna call. Oh, here he is.
Esteban.
He's returning now. No. I'm going to go
get
ahead.
the fuck out of here. Put that bullshit down. Get the fuck out of here. Don't get me started.
Guys, all right. So guys,
Start fucking flexing on me. Get the fuck.
Johnny, you weren't here. So what I'm gonna do is, I think we're at that point where we're gonna have some WandaVision talk. So, guys, if you are not up to date on WandaVision episode 3, I'm just gonna tell you, thank you for listening up to this point, dealing with our shenanigans.
Spoil that motherfucker.
This is the spoiler alert segment of the podcast. So we love you. Remember to recommend your friends and family to listen to the podcast if you feel like they would enjoy the shit that we spew every single week. And peace.
Peace.
Thank you.
We heart you.
All right, so let's get Senor Pilger on the phone.
Ah, senor.
Senor.
Oh,
Don't say happy
Ready?
birthday.
just going right in. Don't
Prince
say
is
happy
like,
birthday.
oh,
Just
shit.
say, don't say happy birthday.
You guys are legit.
I'll answer.
Hello.
Hey, Steve. How are you on this regular day that isn't your birthday?
Yeah, no, I'm great. It's definitely not my birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, my brother. This is a real birthday this time. Last week there was no birthday. Johnny was fucking up, but happy birthday.
We also have a special guest over here too, who wants to say happy birthday. As well.
Yeah, little special guy.
Steve, happy birthday.
Oh, who is that? Did you know that voice?
Dude.
Who's
Come
that?
on, Flock. Come on, Flock. What are you doing?
Ah, thank you. That was amazing.
How are you doing, buddy?
Just maintain it.
Maintaining.
Maintaining. I
Doing
love
the
it.
damn thing.
That's all we can do.
I learned Rubik's cubes.
He has
that's been my thing lately. But just doing the damn thing.
Mhm.
So your COVID thing was learning how to do Rubik's cubes.
So my COVID thing was building a PC. But
Okay.
as of late, I learned Rubik's cubes.
COVID
So-
part 2.
And I'm gonna and Steve, just to fill you in on the situation here, because our good friend Prince Flacco is in the building. He brought
Yep.
a bottle of Henny, and Dave is lit.
He did. And so is Walk. You can hear it in his
Yeah,
voice. He
it-
sounds like he's fucked up, and it's
That sounds
disgusting me
about right.
now.
Nice.
It's a looser episode.
It's
He's
a looser
not.
episode. It's good. It's good.
We should have more looser episodes, I feel like. We're too tight around here. We're too fancy.
We're too
Dave is
fancy.
unbuttoning
We're
his
too
shirt
fancy.
now.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't, you guys are definitely
Dave's
a bit too
unbuttoned.
serious. You
Dave's
guys are
unbuttoned.
definitely a bit too serious around here.
Yeah,
You guys gotta-
we need to tone it down for Steve a little bit. We're too wild. We're too stern for him.
Oh, my guy Steve,
fair.
man.
That's fair.
But no, we definitely want to get into this episode. Oh shit! It cut off.
Oh,
He hung up
That's
on
what
me.
happens.
Steve,
When
you
you-
son of a bitch. Make sure
He's
this
calling
is
back.
in the
That's what happens when you
pod.
have too much Henny.
Oh,
No.
it's not
No,
Henny.
I didn't press it. That was him.
Steve, you drinking Henny over there? You got Henny over there? I thought I had the Henny.
I'm sorry. That was my bad. Did I fuck anything up with?
No. It's just
Okay.
we
We're
just
done for the
assumed you
night.
had a little.
We're done. You have a great night. It was good talking to you.
We just
No,
assumed it was a little
we need you.
premature.
We need some WandaVision talk. We're dying over here. We're literally dying.
All right, so
I got you. Sorry about
My
that.
man. My man.
so now we are all right. So last week we recapped episode 1 and 2, and we had a lot of thoughts. Steve, you helped us out with a lot of information from the comics, from House of M, that that of the knowledge that you have on that episode. Now we walk into episode 3, which gives us a broader view of what to expect from the rest of the series now. So as per usual, I would love to know how you felt about this episode.
Yeah, so this one was definitely oh my God, we found blue ball. Sorry, my wife just peered around the corner. A very WandaVision moment. She just pulled a blue ball.
Oh, a blue ball. We were talking about blue balls.
We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, Johnny had an experience with a couple of those.
So before going back to WandaVision, one of our cats has this little like blue pom ball. Like he tears the shit out of it, and he loves it more than anything in this world. And he loses it. Apparently, is now his thing, and then it pops back up in random places. The other day, I heard Jackie running down the hall, and she swung open my door. I was in the middle of a meeting. Fortunately, it was all internal, but she swung open the door. It's under the fridge. So that was our, yeah.
Interesting. The story is pretty similar to 13-year-old Johnny.
Okay.
At Universal Studios.
I'm excited to hear that. Next week.
One day, Steve.
You'll be able to hear that on Thursday.
So back to WandaVision, yes, I guess. Sir. Now, sorry about that distraction.
You're fine.
So WandaVision, I think this episode was really interesting because they're still doing a really good job of keeping this. You're very in the moment, very in that, here's the era of television I'm in. We had the Brady Bunch episode. We had that, 70s era feel. The house was even laid out with that open concept stairway and everything. And then end of the episode, we got our moment. We got our glimpse into what's coming next. We got that wide pan out after Monica got thrown.
Yep.
All this to say, if you want my honest, opinion on the episode as a whole, like we're seeing the reality around Wanda break down every episode a little bit more. And that's what's really cool. And we got our first real callback to something super, super big. And that was the drop of Quicksilver and what happened to him. So
that was brutal.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. So
I remember,
I'm definitely excited about this.
Yeah, and also the birth of her kids, which I believe back in what were they, Billy and Tommy, right?
Billy and Tommy.
Which in the comic series they both, turned out to be superheroes in their own versions of the comics. And I always forget her name. What's that comedian, the one who plays the neighbor?
Catherine Hahn.
Hahn.
Yes. So her character, you said that she plays. That she's a witch, like in the comic book series, she's like a powerful witch who helps Wanda and she kind of mentors Wanda. But also in House of M, she's the one who houses the kids, right? She keeps the kids away from Wanda and kind of stores them so that she can bring them out later, and later that causes her meltdown, right?
Yeah, so the kids and the birth of the kids was interesting and yes, you did call back to. I mean, obviously, in the comics, everything changes every 5-10 years.
Of course.
But yes, Billy and Tommy. I believe it's Billy is grows up to become Wiccan, which is the son of Wanda in the comics, and he is a very similar to Wanda. Kind of has that wish fulfillment type, superpower, so to speak. But they set this up interesting because actually, back to what we talked about last week, Mephisto is who actually is orchestrating this kind of devil persona. And he's orchestrating the birth of the children in the comics. And that's even back farther before House of M. And so what happens in that story is Mephisto orchestrates Wanda's perception and wish fulfillment of these children into existence so that he can then reabsorb them and take their powers. What ends up actually, so go ahead.
Interesting.
No, I was gonna throw out that since last week's when we recapped that episode, there have been a lot of hints to Mephisto's as well. So I guess in one of the commercials, the toaster had 666 on there. And there's because he's a devil type of character. So there's a lot of things hinting towards his existence in this series. So it would not surprise me if by the end of it we do see his emergence.
So I saw a hint to the Grim Reaper as well.
Really?
Yeah, so I think it's episode 2 when they're like paneling down in the cartoon intro, like down the house in between the floors. You can see the Grim Reaper's helmet.
Oh, in the cartoons?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
And Grim Reaper is kind of like Grim Reaper. I almost feel is going to be like a little too weird to bring into the
It definitely would be.
MCU, right? Like Prince, like Grim Reaper is an obscure villain.
Like of all people to bring into the MCU, like I don't see them doing that, but like they put the helmet there.
Right.
Yep.
Matches up with how it is in
Maybe
the comic.
maybe that's just it. It's just
maybe it's just an Easter
just
egg.
that, just to call out like, hey, this is all
Like
part
a
of
red
the same
herring
thing,
for people
but
like us to assume
Exactly.
what could be coming.
Yeah.
it could just
and
be
they're
a
definitely
little
setting
teaser.
up. They're definitely setting up a little more towards Mephisto for sure. Like,
Absolutely.
somebody says in the 3rd episode something about the devil being in the detail, or no, I think that was the 2nd episode. Devil in the details. I think it's the blonde who cuts her hand. Says
Dottie.
something about it. Yep. They've got. I did just look up at the 666 on the toaster. Yeah, it's actually, it looks like a 999 on the toaster, but flipped around. So that could be another call out to that. But definitely they followed the formula for what happened in the comics, which was Mephisto orchestrated this whole thing, like made Wanda want kids so badly that she brought him into existence, brought a child into existence, and then was surprised by a second. So that was definitely another thing that happened in the episode where, hey, like, we're going to have this one kid. Are we going to call it Billy? Are we going to call it Tommy? She has the one. Then it's like, oh shit, like there's another one coming. Like there's the twins. There's, the same exact sequence. So, and then kind of back to Agnes's character there. When she's out standing, with the one glimpse we got of her in the episode where she's talking to the neighbor who was cutting through his
wall, dude. Yeah.
Right. That was wild.
Wild. I was like, what the fuck is he? And it was like a V too. I know it was like for vision. Like it was weird.
Yep.
It was weird.
Yep. So we'll come back to that real quick.
Yeah.
But Agnes was standing there. She had her bike. Her bike looked very similar to the witch in the Wicked Witch of the West in the
that's true.
Wizard of Oz. So they're definitely setting some things up. There's a brooch that she has been wearing, and we got a good glimpse of that brooch in this episode. That Agatha Harkness in the comics wears this brooch, and she's an ancient witch. She is tied to Salem in the comics. So we're going pretty far back with it.
So
Agnes.
So I wanted to also throw in there that they're so right now the thought on what this is, and it makes a lot of sense, right? And this is what I thought prior to even reading this next part, but it seems like they're all in a prison, right? And we were discussing on initially, like I thought personally, that this was a world that Wanda created to spend more time with Vision. But what it seems like, and it seems like it's a world where they're all imprisoned, right? And this is what the theory is that this fake world is a prison for witches, that they have them all in there, but they have to give her the perception that she is in control. And we talked about that last week, that I felt like she thinks she is in control, but they're making her feel like she is in control, because the second that she finds out she is not in control, she will be in control because of how powerful she is.
Like the last week where she was like, no.
Exactly.
With Beekeeper, we were around that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But she did it again this episode. There was that
did.
weird glitch. I had to rewind it because I thought my TV
I know
fucked up.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where it looked like it literally just skipped back 15 seconds.
Right. Well, that was because Vision was literally telling her there's something wrong. There's
right.
Like, Wanda, there's something seriously wrong here. And then all of a sudden, instead of it having that rewind effect, it was just like a instantaneous No, let's get back to what we were talking about.
She doesn't accept those realities.
She doesn't accept.
She says no. That's not how this is going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to know what they were trying to say when they were like, because we're all, and then she kept on saying stop it, which I seen in some video was like interesting that she chose to use the word stop it, which is the same exact phrase that the mom from that 70s show, that's what she said when
the
husband was choking.
Yeah.
It was like, stop it. And so it's the same thing that Agnes says to
the neighbor.
To the neighbor, she's like, stop it. Don't, she doesn't even say don't say anything. She was just like, stop it. So they just keep reusing a lot of symbolic images and phrases that.
Well, they just know, like, obviously, like, Vision doesn't actually exist in this world. And initially, I thought she was jumping the multiverse to, but
that's why I'm questioning, like, what is he saying? Like, we are all what? We're all what?
Well,
you're asleep. We're dead. We're a figment of her imagination. We're all under her spell.
I thought dead. Initially,
there's so many things.
Reaction was dead. We're all dead.
Well, and that's where I'm thinking that maybe we're going to tie back into Mephisto again, is because again,
like
I talked last week. I talked last week about the New Year's Day trailer that they released, and there's one scene in particular. Wanda walks up to a car. Agnes is in the driver's seat. She's like kind of in a catatonic state. She's wearing a witch's hat. It's Halloween, so I think we're going to see that in an episode. And he like touches her, and she like snaps back into reality. And she's like, "Am I dead?" And he's like, "No." Why would you say that? And she goes, "Because you are." And she laughs. This cackles like very much like a witch. So I'm wondering, we saw Vision kind of have that moment of clarity, so to speak, and he kind of came back around, and Wanda probably did something, and I did the same thing. I rewound that scene, but I'm wondering if he's starting to pick up things. And then we also got to remember that, and Wanda actually drops. She calls him a synthezoid. He's not an android. He's not a human. He's not an alien. He is a synthetic being, given life by not just the Mind Stone. He's given life by Jarvis and like Banner calls it. It's overlays of all these different things. So is Wanda able to tap into some sort of old Shield database or Stark database of what made Vision, give some sort of life back to him, but then use her own power that she gained from the stone to kind of push it that little bit further. But he knows he's not what he was and what he was brought back to life, or what brought to life with that stone. So that's where I'm wondering if he's kind of fallen apart a little bit because he's not whole.
Yeah, and we saw small glimpses of that in the first two episodes, but this episode was completely like he knew, the second that she was pregnant and they were talking to the doctor, and he was like, about how far along is it? He's like, about 4 months. He was like, it's been like 12 hours, some shit like that. So he was already like, there's what?
Seriously wrong.
Yeah, there's something wrong here. He's noticing that shit. So it's definitely, it was one of the more interesting episodes that gives us a glimpse of what's to come in this series, and especially at the end, when like you said, when what was the character's name? Captain Marvel's
Monica.
Geraldine / Monica?
Geraldine. Yep. Where, because we all know that she eventually takes the mantle of Captain Marvel in the comics. Prince, if you didn't know, she is actually the little girl in Captain Marvel when she goes back to visit her friend in the 90s. She had the daughter who chose her outfit, like the colors.
I remember.
That is the girl. That is the black girl who was talking to her
Okay.
in the house and stuff. So that is her character as an adult. And in the comics, she actually takes the mantle as Captain Marvel.
Well, and so I don't know if anyone noticed. So she had her whole sequence. She helped she had that whole comical, like, I'm trying to hide the stork and get, you know, that whole scene. And, you know, I read some reviews and people were like, it was so cringy. I was like, no. Again, this is what we're watching. This is what we're kind of embracing, is that kind of the slapstick humor from
that could have been a Brady Bunch
Austin
episode.
Powers.
Like,
They replicated it in Austin Powers with them being naked. Yep. So
Shiitake mushroom.
Yes. So when Wanda finally picks up and you know, Monica comes back and it's like, you were a twin. And it's like, you had a twin. It was Pietro. You know, he was killed by Ultron. You know, we got that call back to, you know, what was that, like 6-7 movies ago, maybe even more.
Age of Ultron.
And we brought back the name of Pietro. Wanda was singing she was singing in Sokovian to the twins when they were in their crib. And then the next thing we see is Monica being thrown out of Westville.
She gave her that look too.
That was
She gave her the same look that she gave the beekeeper when she was like, no. She gave her the same look. She was like, oh.
What'd you say?
What did you say?
What did you just say?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. Like, do you want me to take over watching?
Yeah, she like totally switched. I don't, and I don't know. And this is just me. Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Is the Geraldine / Monica character, when she says, you know, oh yeah, your twin was killed by Ultron. Like, is that her breaking out of a spell, awakening, and saying, "Oh wait, this makes sense"?
So. She's going off script for sure.
Or is she like trying to infiltrate this reality that WandaVision is creating?
I think the latter.
So,
and when she opens up that moment, she's like, yeah, and she tries to take advantage of it by saying, yeah, and he was killed by Ultron. Is this going to break you out? And then when she's flipped, she's like, oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about your homie.
See, that,
like,
that makes,
I don't know which one of those it is. Is she also under the spell, or was she trying to infiltrate?
So that makes some sense. However, her acting in those scenes doesn't suggest that.
Like it was on purpose.
Like it was.
I don't know what came over
like
me. I'm so sorry.
It was like a recall. Like maybe she is thrown in there. She's an agent, right? However, they know that it's too much of a liability to send her in there with her own thoughts. So they send her in there as an extra person. However, she has to be under some sort of spell or something.
Yeah.
Because there can't be any indication of her knowing what's actually going on. And when she said that, it was a realization. It was like for her, like she mentioned that, and that clicked something within her, and she was like, oh, you're right. Your brother, he was killed by you know what I mean? Like
the viewer
and then from there, when Wanda looked at her with all seriousness, she then picked up again, like knowing that she was in there for a reason, and like she did clear her, you know, like that was a realization, and then instantly thought like, fuck, I know why I'm really in here now. No, I'm just fucking like no. Let me take care of the kid. You know what I mean?
You don't
it was
think
like,
she fell back
under
the spell?
But she also
at that point she was playing. She was.
Exactly. Like she was under the spell originally, and then realized like, oh shit, I'm in here. I know why I'm here. Yeah, no. You know,
gotcha.
Let me take care of the kid.
That.
You know, that's what
good.
it seemed like.
So let's break down 3 things that happened during that scene. So number one, let's think of every time Marvel has ever released a trailer and then you've gone and seen the movie, they always change shit up, right?
Yeah, they do.
So there's the prime example I always think back to is the Thor Ragnarok. You see Hela grab the Mjolnir, and she grabs it. She's in an alleyway. In the movie, we know that happened on like the cliffs of Moor or whatever, wherever the hell they were.
That was a whole different.
So in the
filming.
Yes. So they like throwing like MacGuffins out there for you to get like freaked out about and kind of go down a path on. So one of the things I noticed is that we saw Monica fly out of the sky at night. In the trailers, we saw her flying in a straight line out of the town. It's daytime, and then she pops out at night. We never saw her fly out of here.
Ooh.
We never saw her get thrown.
True.
So are we ever going to actually see that? Was that just part of something else? Was that throwing something else into the wrench? Like we were all expecting, oh, she's going to throw her, but we didn't actually watch it happen. So that's number one. Number two, when she landed, did anyone notice the sparkling color that was glowing around her? No. She had like a red energy. Yeah. So there was like that red energy field when she landed.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you go back and watch as she lands and she starts looking around and, she's kind of got that red energy, which we know is symbolic of Wanda, which we know is symbolic of her power. And what did I say last week about her maybe being able to give others power because she is essentially the stone itself?
And not only that, but we, at least to me, she is not in control of her own power. So she may have mistakenly given her that power as well.
Yep.
Plus, we know that she came out with the same outfit on. It's not like there was like one reality inside the bubble and one reality outside. Like when she got thrown out, she's still wearing her 70s gear, not like whatever she was wearing when she went in.
And then my third thing that I'm thinking here is we see all the helicopters coming around. We see, where they are, and that Sword is obviously part of this.
Do you think that's the helicopter that showed up? Sorry, not to cut you off, but do you think that the helicopters that were out there are the ones that
that
toy helicopter that she's seen in like episode 1 or 2 or whatever?
I think that someone in there, either someone in there or maybe even someone that is associated on the outside is trying to give her hints that she is not in control.
So that's my thought here, and here's why. So think back to Thor, the very first Thor. Mjolnir lands in the middle of the desert. What does S.H.I.E.L.D. do?
They take the perimeter.
They lay out all of that field equipment. They lay out a base of operations around this interstellar threat. So what did Sword apparently do? Sword laid out this base of operations around Westville. We see a Westville sign or Westfield. West Hill? I can't even remember what it's called.
Westview, I think it is.
Westfield.
So we see that sign after she flies out, after she's outside of whatever reality Wanda's created. We see a sign. So what my assumption is here is that Wanda has actually taken over this area. Sword recognized that Wanda was out of control. They're trying to contain it. They've set up this perimeter. That's the reason that we've got somebody like Kat Dennings, Darcy, coming up in the season somewhere. She's working with Sword because she's seen the same thing in Thor. It's all kind of tying back to this whole S.H.I.E.L.D. was the shadow, whatever you want to call them. Behind the scenes, making sure that everything was monitored and they had an idea what was going on with these superheroes that were starting to pop up everywhere. I think that's exactly what we're seeing now with Sword. We're seeing the introduction of Sword, the same we saw the introduction of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they're setting up that kind of
That's a nice
here's how this interstellar threat, here's what this next thing is going to come back to. Because ultimately, Thor set up that whole interstellar stones, all of that for the first 3 phases, right?
Darcy is in WandaVision?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She
Kat
will
Dennings.
I didn't know that. That wasn't one of the trailers. I skipped a couple of them.
Yeah.
We just know. We know that too. They announced that a long time ago.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Oh, it's a game
like
changer
her.
right there. Yeah, no, Kat Dennings is cool.
Cat.
Dennings?
Yeah, Kat Dennings.
Yes. The name we just said 4 times.
4 times
Yes,
before
Oh,
you.
shit.
Yes.
You got
My
it,
bad.
Johnny.
Johnny's got a
shit.
bottle of Hennessy too.
No, we
Nah, I
just
got a
have the
bottle of
Henny over here.
Tito's.
Oh, Tito's.
Tito's
Okay.
works.
Jenny does.
It's very Johnny.
Johnny does that every week anyway.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
I do.
just weekly
That's-
Johnny.
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
nothing special.
So that's
But,
where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking. Sword's got this under control to some extent. Something's going to pop here at the end of it all, but they're aware. They're trying to monitor. They're going to probably walk away from this situation with we'll be in touch. We'll keep an eye on you, but you go live your life, do your thing, and see what happens.
I just want to thank WandaVision for making my Fridays special again.
Yeah.
Like Mando's been gone.
I feel
So
you.
that was like a very ritualistic Friday Mando viewing, hanging out, chilling, and now I have WandaVision, and I look forward to Fridays with WandaVision, even though it's
I really wish they were
a little
longer.
different.
So I have
do.
a group
I
of
wish they
friends
were
that I have a
longer.
viewing party with, and then we
That's
discuss
perfect.
previous episodes, and then discuss the episode that we just watched together.
Right
Yeah,
now,
every
that's
Friday.
what we need. We need a WandaVision right now.
Yeah.
We need more
Especially in
Disney
these
Plus,
troubling
dude.
times.
And we're
That's
supposed to get Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
not too long after.
Exactly.
That's
true.
Exactly. So we're gonna get
They-
spoiled.
I just want
They
to
know
throw
what
out
they're
there.
doing.
Oh, they definitely do, and I want to throw out there that that WandaVision isn't doing as great as Mando because Mando.
viewers wise, like, are you talking about?
No.
ratings?
I'm talking about like on IMDb with
Oh,
Mando.
okay.
Literally, there was no image, no nothing of the next episode until the day it aired.
I mean, that's the Star Wars fan base. I feel like that speaks volumes.
I
to
get it. I
MCU
get
is
it.
Similar.
But
no,
at
MCU
least,
but Star Wars, dude, I feel like it's different. It hits different.
I'm just saying. I'm just this is
So
what
what do
I'm
they
trying to
got
tell you.
for WandaVision?
So for WandaVision, you can actually see, like, if you go on IMDb and you go to the episode list, it shows you, it doesn't give you the title. However, it gives you an image of the episode. So I know that definitely, like, episode 4 is going to be in the 80s. Episode 5 is the Halloween. I'm just saying, like it's just,
yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I just know those things. And if you really want to look into it, you can look at the cast list for
Are
each
those
episode.
images that you've already seen before?
Yeah. I mean, you've
were
seen
all
them in
in
the
the trailer?
trailer. Yeah, they
Okay.
were all in the trailer, but it's laying it out as
But
far
still,
as like
yeah,
which episode has to do with what.
Normal
Right.
good shows don't do
I
that.
obviously don't know what the fuck is actually going on in these episodes, and there's
Sure,
going to be
sure.
a lot to unpack. I'm just saying, like, they're not as
tight.
tight.
There's nothing
Yeah, exactly. They're not as
spoilerish
tight.
in there.
Sure.
No. It's just giving you a glimpse into what
They're
each
like, here
episode
it
is going to be.
Come fuck with it.
I got
You know when it will be.
It times it.
Like, that's what it feels like, and I'll fucking be there.
Immediately right now, I know which episode goes back to normal times just by going down that just by
Screenshot
going
list.
down those
I
those
feel you.
episode
Okay.
lists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yep.
like, all right, I know when they go back. I know how many episodes we have until they get back into a normal time. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, is there any more that we wanted to unpack from this episode?
No, I just wanted to thank
No.
WandaVision for making my Friday special again. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
all.
it's
That
definitely-
it feels good. I look forward to it.
I enjoy it, and
That's all I have right now. I'll be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
That's all I'm living for.
my girl, I tried to because she made it seem like she was like, oh, I kind of want to watch it, and then I already seen the episodes without her, and I still try to like throw it back, but like, yo, do you want to watch these? She was like, oh, I seen the first episode, the second episode, nah, you know what I mean? I've seen little things, and she's just like, I'm telling you, it's gonna build, but
It's what the fuck. It's
That's
about to
okay.
fuck. If
I'm
you don't wanna
watching
watch
it.
You don't know what's about to fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna watch it either way.
It is about to fuck.
It
up.
is
Yeah.
about to
Oh
fuck.
yeah.
So, Dave, I just want to remind you that who we're really thanking here and who we thank with Mando is obviously Favreau, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to thank Jack Schaefer here, who has such directorial prowess as the movie Timer. Apparently, I've never seen this. I've never even heard of it.
No, never.
Screenwriter for Olaf's Frozen Adventure.
Okay, Olaf. I know Olaf.
Captain Marvel, The Hustle, and Black Widow. So
Hustle and Black Widow.
Pretty junior.
All of these, yeah.
Pretty junior, but honestly, I would say for being as junior as she is, the fact that she landed WandaVision, and she's doing as well as she is with it.
She's doing great.
I've got a soft spot for
Let's
her.
go.
I will
Let's
give
see
her
where
the
she
benefit
goes.
of the doubt from here on out.
Yep,
Without a doubt.
for sure. But I just wanted to drop Olaf's Frozen Adventure out there.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna download it.
I'll tell you right now.
This weekend.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I really held my regards when it comes to Black Widow. But if her writing is this amazing, I look forward to Black Widow, which,
Absolutely.
by the way, was pushed back again, and they're really.
Oh Jesus!
God!
They've already been talking again that it's more than likely going to be released on. No, it's going to be released on Disney Plus because they can't push it.
Oh, I'll fuck with that. I'm all about that.
Sold it so well.
Just drop it already.
Just drop
They
it
do
right
need to
now.
drop it already.
Tomorrow. I'll watch that shit.
I will say I do feel like the delay in Black Widow proves to us that it really has nothing to do with Phase 4. And it is just I don't think
I feel like that movie should have came out 2 years before it was scheduled to be released.
Exactly.
Right.
I think it's going to be good. I'm very much looking forward to it, but I definitely think it's like totally irrelevant to anything in Phase 4.
How could it possibly be?
It may tie some loose ends that, story wise, like within the time frame, you know what I mean, for her timeline. But other than that, I don't think it has to do with any major anything major in the series. So
you're gonna have an end credit scene that's somewhat relevant to Phase 4.
There we go.
At the end of the flick, you'll find out that she actually has a superpower that allows her to survive cosmic throws from multiple stories.
Damn, she's coming out in what's the next movie? Because they
She'll
are
be
pushing
in
it
Doctor
back.
Strange as well.
She's either going to be in Doctor Strange or she's going to be in one of the movies that comes out.
She'll be in
Doctor
She-Hulk.
Strange gives her the time stone.
She'll pop up in Spider-Man 3.
There we go.
She's going to be in WandaVision. Come on, guys.
Guys, she may. It's actually more realistic that she'll show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
if she's coming back.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say too. They'll at least nod to her. Dudes, I gotta go shove pizza and wings down my gullet.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
So good right now.
Such a shame.
Is it Pontillo's?
No, Caraglio's, guys.
Ooh, Caraglio's. Okay.
If I can't get Uncle Steve's out in Bushnell's, then I'm not fucking with Pontillo's.
That's fair. Caraglio's it is. Go to town, my man. You deserve it.
I feel you on that.
Hey,
I don't even know where that is, but sounds good.
You're missing out, Johnny.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Hang out. Yeah, Johnny's hanging out in his cabin. He's got to make his pizza.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Just remember, if you have one bad experience, call again.
Exactly. That's how it goes. You know what it is.
I know what I'm talking about. All right, Steve, thank you very much for joining us again this week. You give us a shit ton of insight on a lot of the backstory to these episodes, so we appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah,
we're gonna later, brother.
We're gonna need you in studio at some point within one of these weeks. So
if nothing else, the finale, I'd love to be on.
Yeah, there we
go.
So
let's see what we can do.
That is a given. Done.
All
right, brother.
All right.
Enjoy your birthday.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too, bro. All right, guys. So if you've stood on for this entire thing, thank you very much for believing in us. Thank you for listening to the episode. You're a real fan.
My man.
Episode 50.
But that is the finale of episode 50 of Insensitive Culture. Here's to 150 plus more episodes. One day, man. One day we're going to catch on and people will recognize what they missed these first 50 episodes. But anyway, big shout out to our affiliate podcasts.
The Green Room.
The Green Room podcast out in Canada. Those are my guys. Critical Mass podcast. Rocco. We fucks with you.
Rocco.
Also, Offer One Media. The
Offer
Young Bucks.
Rocco.
The Young Bucks. I'm gonna have to fill that one. I'm gonna have to film that one and send it to him.
This cocksucker.
No, but as always, if you enjoy what you've heard on this episode or any other episode,
Review, subscribe.
have your friends and family subscribe to the podcast. Please, if you enjoy it, rate and review it on Apple Podcasts. Other than that, we love you. Check us out on YouTube. Peace.
YouTube. Fuck Tampa Bay.
Let's go, Bucks.
Let's go, Bucks, you motherfucker.